Hey, we are here. We are live for a second time today. How are you, beautiful people doing? You sexy tubers, you. Oh man, it's nonstop. I'll tell you what, having a wild car chase, one of the wildest car chases I've ever seen. Has anyone heard from Valhalla, by the way? Uh, in the morning, it takes up a couple hours. It kind of throws everything off. It throws off the curveballs that you had planned. Anyway, let's get this sucker going. Hey, lady, I'm Sky. Huck, how you doing? I love this. This is actually Huck the First. Family's out of town, so I tune in to an entire episode. Guys, give this is Huck's dad. So go and check out the YouTube. We are huge fans of Huck's. He's a top-rated BMXer and has all the talent that a kid dreams of. He actually gets to live it, and it's exciting that we have this wonderful thing called the internet that we get to share it with him. And I'm so honored that he's here. But anyway, Caitlin, how are you doing? MLS, how are you doing, brother? Yes, and I saw this. You said you sent a video, so I have the video pulled up. Is this oh Okay, I'll get that in a second. I just now saw it and figured it out. Texas Jen, how you doing? Joe No Filter, how are you? Crafting Emily, what's happening? Miami Spice, what is going on? You guys, it's a full house. I don't know why you guys put up with me so much. Hey, White Rabbit, I actually saw her earlier. Hey, what time is it? Does anybody really know what time it is? That ought to be, I need to see if I can get that. Uh, Push has come to shove. Well, maybe. I don't know what's happening. But that is a good. I was actually listening to an album that has that song on there. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. We've already. Hey, talking trash. Trues, how are you doing? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna switch things up here a little bit. Don't get too excited, guys. But I think this guy deserves it. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. I like, so give it to me. Got that. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. I like that I need. Well, I am really behind in the chat. Really far behind the chat. You won't chug a beer, you coward. I will. I don't chug. I don't chug. Uh, but Brandon, thank you so much. And if you are a beer chugger, you know what? I actually have a friend of mine who used to drink from the pitcher. It was a hang on a second here. Hang on real quick. Was that it? All right. Oh wait, I still have the volume on. Whoa, weird. I still don't like me. So something's like fuzzy here. I'm having a problem. I'm having difficulties. This should not be this fuzzy. Oh wait, there we go. All right, cool. So Brandon, I have a friend of mine. We would go to a like you do. You have classes like 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that. And you have lunch beforehand. And so we would go and be like, hey, yeah, can we get a pitcher? Um, you know, something good. And they would come out with one pitcher, and he would proceed to reach over and claw at it like a bear clawing at a beehive for the honey. And he would pull the whole pitcher over and shove his humongous hand in through the handle, use it as a mug, and drink from the pitcher. And they would bring one pitcher, and I was like, oh, no, we ordered two. And she's like, yeah, when you're done with that one, I'll bring your next one. It's like, oh, no, 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 I don't think you understand. That's his. The rest of us need one. Oh, oh my gosh, it's funny stuff. Uh, I have my beer. I for a second there I forgot. It's Kaiser pineapple that brews his own. Daisy girl, how are you doing? Valhalla, hey man, you're out already? Is this for real justice for Tupac? Dude, let me tell you what, this has been the wildest day. How'd you get out of custody so quick? They didn't take you in. They were like, you haven't broken any laws. I believe it was Let's Go Brandon earlier today said, what laws is Valhalla broken here? He has stopped at every intersection. He's not run over the pedestrians that keep throwing themselves out in front of him. This is looks like a good it's a good run here. So anyway, Tony, how are you doing? Shizzy, what's up, brother? Shizzy, what do you think, man? What do you think about did Biggie do something? You guys are swarming this, man. I love this. I love this. We're gonna have a great night. Hey Lex, how are you doing, brother? Uh oh. Boy, hang on. Look at here. Um, oh well, you know what? I'm gonna do something here. I know I've played the heck out of this today, but I just and they never did. Well, they did. They did. They ran. I wanted to have that in at the same time. Went, yeehaw! MLS Law Show is balking way too big of a coward to chug a beer. What day is today? Say Wednesday? It's hump day. It's normally a casual day. You know what's funny is Thursday night is a big go out night. And I've always liked Wednesday night. I was like, you're halfway through the week. You push through Thursday. Friday, you're good to go. Friday night's crazy. Actually, Wednesday night's usually 80s night. And 80s night is ladies' night. Have you ever noticed there's no other decade of music better than the 80s to get the ladies out there dancing? Anyway, American Princess. Oh, I said, how do you Valhalla? What's happening, expert? Have I introduced you to Brandon yet? No, you haven't. No, but I dig the name. We may have started doing a little bit of a chant for Let's Go Brandon. Might have been a little bit of a chant. I just heard the White Rabbit laughing because she was there. It was Neyland Stadium. It's nothing like having 100,000 people at a football game chanting out, "Let's go, Brandon." So big Brandon fans here. Even though now I'm just now learning who he is. Sadie, how are you doing? What's this? Letitia Stouch said she was trying to reincarnate Gannon the same way Tupac was. Gannon, the only Gannon I know is isn't that the protagonist in the Zelda series? Squad Bob, what's happening, brother? What is happening here? I'm trying to. Yeah. Let's go, Brandon. You want to take a beer, you coward? Yeah, that's true. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I thought it's hitting buttons there a long time. Yeah, I'm and so it begins. Yes, yes. We have beer chuggers all around. We can get you a whole team of them, a whole team. But no. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Jim No Filter. Please hit that like button. Talking trash and truth. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Lex and three. Okay, let's go here. Oh, jeez. Okay, now this is. I have to. We're friends somewhere, aren't we? We went to school together. I just have that gut feeling. I have the gut feeling that we know each other because this is something right out of somebody's playbook. And I respect that. I love that because somebody knows. You know what? You're getting another one. You're getting another one. This is just for you, Brandon.
Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. I like, so give it to me. Got that. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. I like, that I need.
Oh boy, I got so confused there for a second. No hitting buttons. Computer fund. Kitty fund. Rabbit, thank you. White Rabbit, appreciate you. So is this no? It's just Brand. I'm telling you, I think I know this guy. This sounds. No, I don't know him. I don't know anybody. I don't leave the compound here. I won't do homo stuff. I'm not into that. You know, we had that conversation with somebody. Would you do it for $1 billion? I said, what do I need $1 billion for? You gotta ask that question first. He was excited about getting railed by the Los Angeles Lakers. And I was like, ooh, no. Ask yourself, what do you need that $1 billion for? You guys are the greatest chat in the house. I absolutely love it. Farrell is in Brandon's attic. Oh no, watch out. What is happening? Quit sharing. Just Dawn. What is happening? Farrell, get out of my attic. Is she a squirrel? Is Farrell a squirrel? That would make so much sense, wouldn't it? She does cool squirrel things like, this. But anyway, anything that gets me distracted is a squirrel. Really, like I looked away and I came back. Well, I mean, that's just.
Touchdown. Paper? Unbreaded.
I take baby sips. So, yes, that is the way of the way today. Now, guys, let's jump into this real quick. So I started this today. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Had to take the brown dog to the veterinarian. He had the allergy shots, man. I mean, what is going on with this? This is what happens. We had a very good breed. It was like during the whole Corona shutdown and everything else. And anyway, we've had a lot of keep going back to that vet. I need to get one that's closer. Anyway, had to go that day. And then what happens? Lo and behold, some news happened. And I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do anything. Guys, there's a lot of stuff I'm working on still behind the scenes. Like I said, today's police chase kind of threw me. I've got I didn't miss anything, did I? Did I miss that? No. Right? No. Okay. Cool. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, all this stuff that's happening. Next week, if everything goes good, is the Shabby case. Guys, I don't usually do trials, but this is something we've been started a year ago. And so that's what's going to be happening next week, if that works out. Have a very special friend of mine that knows the family, and so they will be with me. And then also anybody who wants to come on, like I've got to work on all that stuff. I'm doing all the details. I forgot, man. I read the police report on Gabby a year ago, and that's when you found out it's the crock pot box that gets me. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, what happened after that? It was I found out about Tupac. And I was like, you know what? It actually, the way it got brought up was that 27 years ago, Tupac and what's his name?
You don't like what is being said. Change the conversation.
Why do I get the feeling that Let's Go Brandon is Don Draper? Which would be freaking awesome because Don Draper is really cool. Every day is, unfortunately, a breaded surprise. You know what? I would say that, oh no, I like surprises. I like surprises. But what is the difference between a breaded and an unbreaded truly? Do we know? Have we gotten to the end of that, to the book? It's just, it's crazy. He's a charmer. So you're talking about, Don Draper. So anyway, guys, it is, you know what's funny? Hang on a second. I'm gonna show you this if I can find it. What did I do with it? I just had it in here. Okay. All right. I got this is cool stuff, man. Cool stuff's happening. Lots of ins, lots of outs. Hey, this kind of seems like this is fitting for Tupac.
Oh, you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
There is another one, but I thought that was funny. I was like, boy, these animals are eating way too many of these. Way too many of those. But thank you so much. And that was just a little, I actually really do like Chris Tucker. And of course, Ice Cube has been in the news lately. And I've never seen that movie. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, if you can procure a beer and delete it, we can move past this impasse.
I'm gonna come.
Well, here's the problem. So many problems. I don't have any beer, and mostly because I don't drink. Yeah, that's I don't have time for that. It's a big deal. It's a big time consumer. But I will defile many other things. I've got to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. That's one big thing. Let's see here.
Using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Give Brandon what he wants, and he'll leave you alone. Says Lefty. You know what, Lefty? Have you ever tried to keep a wrench away from Valhalla? That's the trick. It's like, just give me a wrench, I'll leave you alone. Just give me a wrench, I'll leave you alone. Give me a wrench, I'll leave you alone. No, man, it's cool. It'll be something else. That's what's so great. This is awesome. What is happening there? Where did I get stuck at? Why is that stuck? Valhalla has never been in your chat. Well, that needs to be fixed, right? I have that clip. Yes, you do. And I laughed when I saw it. Pull that wrench. Pull it from Valhalla. Valhalla, I have to take your wrench, bud. It's a Valhalla white struggle snuggle. Struggle snuggle. I like that. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to think about it. I am so I'm so confused right now. But that's okay. It doesn't mean anything different than usual. Guys, I'm so happy you're here. This is going to be awesome. Listener, how are you doing? Oh, look at this. See, I'm being threatened. No, I'm scared. Have you guys ever met Valhalla? I think he could eat me for breakfast if he wanted to. I earned it somewhere at one point. I like OCD people. I hear laughter in the background. I don't know what that means, but I hear it. Anyway, guys, this is fun. You guys are so much fun. You know what? Isn't this so much better than drama stuff and the bad juju? I don't know, whatever's happening. I just want to, and let's face it, if I'm going to read the news, I'm going to be making fun of this stuff the whole time. I really, I'll let you admit it. I love it. I love it, man. I honestly don't. I have one friend that is not OCD, and he may be. I haven't really ever thought about that. Huh. Actually, I may have to. I may have to get rid of him. If he's not OCD. No, I'm not OCD. I'm just an ass. Anyway, listen, you guys are awesome. Let's see here. What is where was I on this? All right, let me see what this is. Let's see what's happening. Hey, you know what? ADD and OCD balance. So does ACDC. Great band. I was listening to them earlier today. You know what kills me? Weird moment. Shoot the Thrill's become one of my favorite songs. Iron Man, right? I have always loved the Back in Black album, mostly for You Shook Me All Night Long, Back in Black, Hell's Bells, all that good stuff. And it's a listen to it, ever since I picked up a guitar. And it never really dawned on me that Shoot to Thrill was on that album. It kind of disappointed me when I found that out. Very disappointing. But that's not what's important right now. What is important?
I will tell you all, the expert is the biggest freaking asshole ever.
See, attorneys know me. I love Shot Time. That is awesome. AKA the Shot Dodger. I need to know the story on the Shot Dodger. That seems cool. That is, what is that there? I'm going to mess it up. My monitor's not that big. Actually, I don't have the screen even the right size. But anyway, guys, do you want one? I am not allowed to hand those things out. Boy, have I gotten in so much trouble. So much trouble. All right, so let's get this. Let's jump into this real quick, and it'll be short. It'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be fun. It will be what we are. It'll be without pants. I actually do not have my pants are in the dryer. That is truth. I cannot hide that. It's a all right, let's see here. Police reach potential breakthrough in Tupac Shakur murder case. Hey, can you guys see this? Let's see what's happening here. Is it Biggie? Did Biggie do it? I don't even know, man. I don't know this stuff, man. That's just what I've always heard. And why is that? Who is Biggie? Does anybody know? Am I that far out of it? I bet you know who I bet knows? I bet Caitlin knows. I bet she does. This is the Beatles. I'm not really a Beatles fan. But anyway, Las Vegas police executed a search warrant in connection with the decades dormant murder case of rapper Tupac Shakur. Oh, wait, hey, you know what? You know why this is okay? You guys know why this is big news. You know why this is big news? Because Tupac did the whole my friend's hot wife thing with Will Smith. And what's her name? Kinky Jada Smith or something. Isn't it Kinky? Isn't that her name? Isn't that like a weird play on words or something? Oh, Kamala. I thought it was Coco, Kinky, whatever her name is. I really don't know these main people, their names. First, you have to know my name first. I think that should be a rule somewhere. But We're working on it. We're getting there. It's awesome. It's good times. It's good stuff. All right, where'd this go? Man, don't you guys wish I was a professional? Las Vegas Metro Police Department, by the way, can confirm search warrant was served in Henderson, Nevada. Now, Henderson's where you want to live, kids, if you move to Las Vegas. Henderson is a suburb, and it's where all the nice people live, like Biggie here. As part of an ongoing Tupac Shakur homicide investigation, Las Vegas Metro Police Department said, "We will have no further comment at this time." You know where they learned that line from? They learned it from the FBI after the October 1st, 2017 incident involving a dude. Anyway, the sheriff was out there every day talking about everything. Then the FBI showed up, and all of a sudden it was like, we have no further comment this time. The search warrant was conducted at a local Henderson home after homicide detectives gathered enough evidence to proceed. I mean, how do you gather evidence for somebody 27 years old? Investigators told ABC it's unclear that police are looking for or how the home involved may have been connected to the case. Shakur was widely considered one of the greatest and most influential hip-hop artists in history. I have a question about that. I'm going to stop that for a second because I have a question. Okay, was he, all this influence, all this greatness, blah, 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 because he was, or because he passed away at a young age? If you have a question about that, Jimi Hendrix. I do not think, oh yeah, Nova's got it. Nova, right here, bud. Right here. We should talk sometime. Yes. Ask Steve Gosney. Gosh, man, I know a guy with a very similar last name, and I get stuck on it. Ask Steve. He is not the big of a Hendrix fan. He looks at Hendrix the same way I do. I think it's because he passed away at a young age. Anyway, I apologize, guys, for the side car there. Whoops, wrong thing. I hear dogs also walking around. Leave me alone, hounds. All right. Look over here. Here are the 97 coolest gadgets for 2023. What is this? This is a... Wait a second. I know what that is. Oh, dude. No way, man. Am I the only one that sees what this is over here? Surely not. Anyway. No suspect has ever been identified. There's been little to no movement in the case in the 27 years since Shakur's passing. Some have pointed to a possible connection between Shakur's and that of rapper Notorious B.I.G., who was similarly hosed down at a drive-by in Brooklyn 6 months later. Isn't that where the Beastie Boys are from? In 2015, Las Vegas police told the LA Times that the case had stalled. When did this happen? Like in the 90s? And in 2015, you're saying the case is stalled? Not because of lack of evidence, but because witnesses in Shakur's entourage refused to cooperate. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like the police are like a child. If they don't get their way, they're just going to hold their breath. Right? It's like, oh, no. Yeah, well, if you're not going to cooperate with us, watch that one. Yeah, that's, oh, 2 times in 1 day is a new record for you. Beagle girl. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. The entourage refused to cooperate. Following the recent search warrant, though, the evidence collected will be presented to a Las Vegas grand jury. Blah, 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 blah. So now that was the latest case. Or latest, oh, hey, look, I'm still small. Latest news thing right before we started here. Now, wait a second. Can I do this? Yeah. All right. So I think there's a better one. Wait, how much did I just have? Ah, crud. I don't remember. Okay, that's the right one. Okay, I got you. There you go. I had it. And pull that up. There we go. All right. Look at this. He was just a kid. He was just a baby. He was getting ready to go to seminary school. He didn't do nothing. Resurrected Tupac Shakur murder investigation leads to home connected to former Crip. Well, you know what? Can we call them challenged? Like, can we not call them Crips? I mean, that's so un-PC sounding, right? Let's call them mobility challenged. Mobility challenged person. The Las Vegas area home searched by Metro Police Department murder Tupac Shakur reportedly belongs to the wife of a former mobility challenge gang member, Keith B., who claims that he had a front row seat to the rapper's passing. Cops armed with a warrant. Hey, see, this is the problem with Las Vegas. You don't arm yourself with a warrant. You arm yourself with a firearm. Duh, silly. Let's see here. Warren visited the Henderson, Nevada home of Paula Clemens. Clemens. Isn't there always like a Clemens in something? Her husband, Keith B., a.k.a. Dwayne Keith Davis. So I guess maybe Keith was missing teeth as a adolescent, maybe. And he pronounced his name Keith B. instead of Keith D. Claims to be the uncle of gangster Orlando. Orlando is a good gangster name. Have you ever noticed that there's a lot of shenanigans follow somebody named Orlando? For instance, Orlando Bloom. That guy's out there fighting pirates and stuff. It's weird. Sometimes he dresses up as Spock and shoots bow and arrows. The 21-year-old musician who was passed in 98. Gosh, that's so long ago. It's like they didn't even have DNA back then. Where the hit 'em up rapper was fatally passed. Shakur, now here's this thing gets me. Okay, so it took 6 days. And by the way, I'm pretty sure that the University Medical Center is not called Sin City's Universal Medical Center. I'm pretty sure it's called the UNLV Medical Center. Jeez. This was written by AI. This was written by a human cannot put in Sin Cities. Oh my gosh. By the way, what is Sin City? Where is it? Is it Las Vegas or is it New Orleans? I think I like to think that it would be New Orleans because the devil's down there. He don't care about Las Vegas. It's all fake. It's like Neo Devil stuff. Shakur is traveling to Death Row Records. Who's Suge or Sugi or Sugar or whatever his name is? Keith implicated Orlando in the 2018 BET documentary Unsolved, the Tupac and Biggie murders, when he said his 40 caliber problem solver you guys ever seen that meme? My 40 problem solver. Look that one up. Was fired from the back seat of the Cadillac while he was seated on the front passenger side. So, I thought it said his. No, it's the gun. Do they have the firearm? The Independent said Keith was recorded more specifically telling police that Orlando, seated in the back of the vehicle, was the popper. There was also a third passenger in the back of the Cadillac. Just some dude we picked up. Investigators told the Hollywood Reporter in 2018 they were aware of statements made by Keith B. and were reviewing the case accordingly. The case still remains an open homicide case. Oh yeah, hey, look at this. I didn't know he was. Look at that. Hey Shizzy, do you know Tupac? He's a Georgia guy. Did you and Tupac ever do the I don't know, the freestyle stuff? That'd be cool, I guess. Cool Gamer is a new member. Congratulations, Cool Gamer. Look at this. I wish it would other times it would pop up when it does the green thing. Cool Gamer is a very dedicated person, and I very much appreciate him. Thank you, Cool Gamer. Do what? Okay. So the white rabbit is telling me everything I've done wrong. What are we doing? She's laying down. I mean, you messed up now. My wife is trying to make a blue tick coonhound move. She has fallen and bumped her pretty little head. But you know what? I bet Tupac was like, you know. Not the nerd. But it's when Doom enters the chat, it is not, can't possibly be Brandon. What if Dave chugged the beer? It's funny is I do know a guy named Dave. Oh, actually, y'all know Dave. I know two Daves. Very funny. It's very funny. Unique. Ironic. But here's the great thing that possibly can't be Brandon is that your avatar is of Christian Bale in my favorite movie, American Psycho, where he has right there the fluids from Patrick Bateman. Right? No, is that his Paul Allen? Paul Allen. I love that. I always love that. Paul Allen. And then he kind of assumed the role of Paul Allen from there on out. So these are the Daves I know. I know these are the Daves I know. Dave's not here, man. Oh, they're all over the place. I'm here. Well, there you go. Dave, do you want to do it? Do you have a beer? You want me to hand you the ball? You can be my wingman, my relief pitcher. Wild thing. If you ever seen the movie Major League, I really want to see that again. Yeah, Dave. Let me know. I'll throw you a link. By the way, I didn't know that was his name. I just call him Michigan. True story. Oh, geez. Nah, it can't possibly be Brandon here. Oh, wait. See? Here. What's Well, I have to do barn chores. If this is turning into a drinking stream, I might need a link. Yeah, okay. Hey, I'm so late. Did you guys ever see that show, The Righteous Gemstones? That just reminded me of Baby Billy. Surprise, it's me, Baby Billy. All right, you know what? Here we go. Go do your barn chores. I'm sending out your link. I'm out, just finished my last beer. That's sad. Well, that doesn't mean anything to me. So that's always good. Hang on a second. Let me do some housekeeping here real quick. What's funny is we talk all the time about hang on here. Hang on a second. Let me do this. I got to retype. I can't type and think at the same time. And you know what else is the worst thing? Is that when you're sending something to Michigan, is that he's an attorney. And I fall back into it. I'm like, oh crap, I can't have punctuation. It's bad. I'll get judged. You don't want to be judged. Never want to be judged. Let's see, where'd he go? There you go. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know how to spell here either. I don't know how Valhalla does it. He did like what, a 20-mile chase today in circles, and then goes and feeds his ducks. Let's see here. I never ran out of beer. That's why I had to quit drinking. Well, 24 cans in a case, 24 hours in a day. You guys notice that Volstorm is not peeping. He's not saying anything. He's not around. He is very smart. All right, let's see what happens there. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. I don't think I've ever seen the full Monty of what's that place called? Schindler's List? No. Why'd that come to mind? Because I've been talking about Steven Spielberg. Forrest Gump. Oh, wait a second here. Now we just got a
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go.
Tipsy Valhalla is awesome. If it's a possibility, the night just took a very fun turn. Well, it might be a possibility. We're waiting to hear more good stuff. But it is a very much reality right now. The Blue Dog has gas. And I've never smelled anything like this. And she's gassed me before, but nothing quite like this. So, yes, we are waiting to see what happens with the wonderful world of everything right now. It is coming slowly. Wait a second. I better stop saying stuff like that around you guys. All right. Well, listen, what happened to my screen? Oh gosh, I thought I kicked it off again. Yeah, I thought they're both Spielberg films. And that's another one with guys they talk about, because he's gotten it. Look at that. Did you see the camera move? He's gotten into, or there's a glitch in the Matrix. I say glitch. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, gassy canines are adorable. Tweety. I want to tell you what, I ought to send you one. Oh my gosh. Let me, okay, guys, hang on a second here. You know what? Here, I'm going to do this real quick. Where's the first one? Who is this person? Okay, there we go. So I found this, and this is, I'm going to give you my short and pretty on this. Okay. So Texas Jen said earlier that this was a breaking story, and I'm like, okay. And I think, Joe and No Filter had told me about it before. And I'm like, okay. And I look at this. I'm like, okay, well, let me figure out who this is. Let me look him up. And it's Carlee Russell. Cops haven't verified most of Carlee Russell's story. Excuse me. But she says nude photos were taken while missing. Isn't that awesome? Because you know what I said to Texas Jen after she started stirring the pot with this? I said, you know what? I read this. I don't understand what's wrong here. Look, chicks leave their pimps all the time. Not a story. She replied back with, this is why the expert is not a true crimer. And I was like, oh, I mean, I've been down that road. And, oh yeah, hey, is Jessica on right now? Oh, that's why she messaged me. Where is she? Hey, you know what, Libby? Thank you for reminding me that I want to do raids, and I always forget about them. Hey, Kaiser's on too. Boy, everybody's on. Wait a second. So Jessica is not on yet. Hey, I'm gonna watch this. Hey, I'm going to raid you when you come on. Oh, hang on. Like Biggie did to, oh wait, that's not how you spell Tupac. Tupac. There you go. So that means it's gonna be a drive-by. But let's see here. Let's go back over here. And oh my goodness gracious. Hold your books. Boy, I almost hit in broadcast again. That is my problem. That is my problem. Hold your books, ladies and gentlemen. Get out your dancing shoes. It's that time. It's just that time. You never know when it's gonna hit, but when it does.
Oh my.
Look who's here.
Hello,
How are
hello.
you, sir? Oh, wait a second. You know what I don't have? I don't have my earphones in. Hang on a second. I'm an idiot.
You weren't prepared for guests, were you?
No, dude. Today.
All
Look
right,
at that.
I got a little bit of my beer left, but I figured since I don't have any more beer, we do a shot.
Oh, look at you. Look at you with the classy stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This has been lying around my house for about 3 years now, and I'm just down to the end because it was up here until like Brandon came on one of my streams, and now I've just got a little bit left.
Is that what happened to you?
That's what happened to me.
All right,
It was a good time. It was a good time. I drunk dialed the court. It was a good. It was. A
Oh,
good
that
one.
was when?
Yeah, yeah. Between Dirk and Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Does it every time.
Yeah. Sorry. See, this is the problem. When I'm typing, I can't think at the same time. And also, you know what else is the problem? Is my earphones are on silence. That doesn't make sense. Noise cancellation? There we go. And so it just sounds like I got out of a swimming pool and my ears are clogged up. Oh, there we go. Finally.
All right, now we
So,
can have a conversation.
Oh, it sounds good. It sounds
That is
good.
it. I have like 2 shots left in this bottle.
That's very disappointing.
It is.
Not
would you
for, I don't mean like a disappointment to you, but it's like a disappointment in life. Like you go, you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? I got everything done. I'm gonna go have a chiquette, lean back, relax, you know. And then you go and you open, you're like, holy hell, how much did I drink the other night?
I know. I got. Did I ever tell you? I got a client. He's sadly passed, but he made the best moonshine, and I only have 1 bottle left now. And I've been like saving it, and it's just sitting there. And every once in a while, I'm like, I'm gonna get it out, but then I don't want to because once it's gone, it's gone.
You know what you have to do? Replace it.
Replace it.
Yeah.
Like with
You gotta
just
get
fill
some
up the
more.
bottle with some old smoky
No,
or
just
something.
no, man. You gotta get some more shine. I know. So you had you was this a client?
Yeah, a client of mine made it himself, and it's
Yeah.
good stuff. It's smooth. It's good. And it's
See,
not
I'm
like
in
anything
Tennessee.
you buy off the shelf.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
Tennessee, like in every other neighbor
Everything's
has it
moonshine.
still. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's family has a recipe. Isn't that crazy? But her grandmother was a big Bible thumper, like, and not that there's anything wrong. I'm very, you know, I am who I am. And then, but it's funny though to hear because it's generational difference, and it's like she had like the family recipe was destroyed, and her grandfather also, who she never met, was a surveyor, and he had taken pictures of all these moonshine stills in like West Virginia and Virginia and stuff like that, where he's like walking up on properties and like, oh hey, how you doing? So anyway, stupid.
They
story.
make a show about
There you
that
go.
now, right?
Moonshiners, yeah.
Yeah,
You ever
yeah.
see the guy Popcorn Sutton? He lived in Cotton County, Tennessee, and he went into his car, closed the garage door, started the engine up, took a big old swig, and said, "Adios. I'm not going to let them take me in for not paying my taxes."
You know, the first revolt we had against the federal government was over whiskey, right? Make
Yeah, the
own
Whiskey
stills.
Rebellion.
The whiskey rebellion. Yep.
That's
And
right.
this was the generation that's overthrew the king, and they were like, "Well, hell, we're not going to bow down to some new federal overlords." And then they folded really quickly. You know, George Washington actually led troops in battle as president in the Whiskey Rebellion.
I didn't realize that he led them. I knew that it was under his presidency, but he gets on a horse.
He
and
gets
he's
on a
like, "All right,
horse
come
and
on,
actually
guys."
rode out to Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area, and confronted them.
You know what's great about that is, it's like we talked today. It's like we have media and everything else has kind of made the president to be bigger than what the king was, I think, almost. And but anyway, it's like there's so little going on that he got on his horse and went to battle.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
think
He
that's
had
wow.
time to just ride out to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. What was Teddy Roosevelt when in the Spanish American War?
He was a Rough Rider.
Yeah, but wasn't he like the governor of New York or something?
Was he during it? I think that was before.
Okay.
I think that's how he made
still,
his
even
name.
then,
Yeah.
how many governors do you know that would do that?
Yeah.
I understand there's a lot of talk about it being a showmanship thing, but the Rough Riders are very amazing.
They are. All right, we gonna do a shot or something? Is that what I'm on for?
I think so. I think so. I think that's what the deal
To
is
satisfy
here.
Brandon. I don't even see him in the chat anymore. He left.
Yeah, no, he left.
He left. So what are we doing this for? We can just tell him we did it, right?
Well, he can come back and watch the replay.
Oh yeah, damn it. All right.
Yeah, so let's see at 52 minutes in. I don't know why those legs back there distract me, and then every time I see it, I'm like, I mean, that's that one chick. That's just weird.
The beautiful and irreplaceable Jody Arias.
Oh, geez. All right, man. You want a countdown? Do you want a song? What are we gonna do here? What do you got here? Hey,
I don't know.
Let's see here.
do
Are
your
you
thing.
I don't know. Are you a pop culture fan at all? Do you like? I don't have any. I don't have any good
culture?
movies. Yeah, I know I'm making stuff up, dude. I'm just trying to talk.
Pop
because
culture.
I'm an idiot.
I'm a fan of everything and nothing at the same time. It's interesting.
Well, hey, here you go.
You like Huey Lewis on the news?
I do. My first concert. I'll take a shot to Huey Lewis in the news.
And that's great because definitely not Brandon uses Patrick. Oh yeah, there you go. See, that's the
There you go.
Do you like Huey Lewis in the news? Actually starts that scene right there.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of American Psycho.
Are you? Oh, ooh! I didn't even notice the Avatar.
Yeah, Patrick Bateman. Hold on, what song do you want? Enchiladas unbreaded. What do you want? Are we gonna do the big one? You want to just do the 1812? There we go.
Am I wingmanning you
go.
or am I doing this?
Do
Skull?
what?
Skull?
I don't have anything.
You don't have it?
I got.
I was coming here to be your drinking buddy, not like the
No,
drunk
he
that
called you in
end
to
up
be.
taking home.
He said, "Get Dave to do it if you want to." Do it.
Oh, so I'm like your surrogate.
Yeah, you're the relief pitcher.
Ah, I see. All right. I
Yeah.
prefer surrogate. All right, here we go.
Like a housewife.
I'm like a housewife. Is that what you
Is
said?
that? Don't you have surrogates for that? I don't know.
I mean, it's like
Congratulations! Look at that. Where is Lesko? Is that I was supposed to say Skull Vikings. I don't know what that is.
Skull. Skull
Let's see.
is Swedish for cheers.
Oh, it's also a chewing tobacco.
Skull. Right?
Is
Skull.
it not? Did I have it wrong?
Oh, skull. Yeah, skull. Okay, SKOL.
I don't know.
It's spelled differently. Skull.
I'm getting
like-
laughed at.
I don't know.
Can you hear her laughing?
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Ash always fits.
Is that Army of Darkness?
Dude, yeah.
It's an awesome movie.
Are you kidding me, man?
I just saw the newest Evil Dead in theaters.
I want to see that so bad.
It was, it's the same director, and it's
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, yeah, and it's
Does
definitely
his car
in the
make an
spirit.
appearance? Do I?
Of course,
That's
his car
awesome.
makes an appearance. It's in the spirit. It's a different story. It's
That's
not.
great.
It's not like a sequel or anything, but it's very good. It's in the spirit of it.
Did you know the only movie that he did that car did not make an appearance in? Do you know what that is?
It's like a historical movie or something, right?
The Quick and the Dead
Yeah,
with Sharon Stone. It's a western.
But there was like some little like way he got some part of it or something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but it was it was a period piece. It's a western, so we couldn't like get the car in there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it was it's something with the clock or something like that. I think it was like I know you're talking about. There's something else he put in there.
Yeah, he did something to like get a part of the car in that film or something. I can't remember what it was. Let's see.
And
I'm gonna Google it.
Oh, there you go. I love Bruce Campbell. That's my thing. I'm like, I always thought that Bruce Campbell should have been like bigger stuff, right?
Did you know that there's a TV show, Evil Dead?
Yes, it was on Showtime, and who was Bruce Campbell's dad in that? The guy he the $1 Million Man.
I started watching it after I saw the most recent movie, and I learned that there actually was a TV show, but I haven't finished it yet. So,
oh well, I think it comes out. It's before the first season's over.
Okay.
So
I made it through like 4 episodes, and then I forgot about it again until just now. Got busy,
Yeah, I understand. Look, leave it up to Kaiser right here. The Quick and the Dead. Sam Raimi hid the car under a prop of a wagon on set.
I knew it was something. That's awesome. Yeah, it's technically in every movie. You just don't necessarily see it in The Quick and the Dead.
But that's not his actual. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he was the best part of Burn Notice. Did you see, man? This chat, dude, they're awesome. It's like now we got Lefty talking about Ted DiBiase. Oh no, Ted DiBiase. That's $1 Million Man.
He's in the TV show. He plays the dad.
No. Ted DiBiase is passed, but it's who's the guy? He was the Fall Guy, and like he did other stuff.
Like a stuntman. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch the show more.
You know what? The White Rabbit's gonna tell me who did it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
chat
$1 Million Man. Hey, you know what? I've got the WWE Network. I didn't know that. Isn't that fun when you find out you have streaming channels you didn't know?
Yeah.
My wife's a big wrestling fan.
I got rid of cable, and then I decided to get Apple TV, as if there's a difference, or not Apple TV, YouTube TV, as if there's a difference in like cost or anything. But there are so many channels I don't watch on any network or any streaming service.
Let me ask you about this. When you think of TV, and I guess like the Super Bowl is still the they always talk about the numbers of the Super Bowl. 100 million people or whatever, 1 billion people watch the Super Bowl worldwide, and then have I watched Jury Duty yet? No,
I didn't care for it. It's too slow.
Who's in it?
God, I can't remember his name. It's like a B actor. No, it's an interesting concept. The concept is there's one guy who thinks the jury trial is real and everyone else is an actor, and it's like a civil case and it's a sequestered jury, and there's an actor who's playing himself in it. And so the idea is like shenanigans ensue, and this guy doesn't know that it's a fake it's a fake jury and trial and everything, and it's supposed to be set up like a documentary style, but it's just so slow. I couldn't get past the second episode.
You know what the problem is? Can't watch law movies.
Well, that's probably it, actually.
It's the truth, man.
I have such a hard time watching them.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, and then people talk to you about it, like, hey man, you know a movie? Have you seen? I don't know.
The Lincoln Lawyer, man, it's the greatest. Yeah, I was like, Lawyer. Yeah, how many? Like 10.
Lincoln Lawyer's on sale on Amazon.
5 minutes. It's like I can't watch it. And Suits. Everyone's raving about Suits, the TV show.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's like a
Well,
guy who didn't even go to law school is somehow an attorney, and I don't know. It's just dumb.
well,
Like
that
he's
works in
doing
Mexico,
research.
doesn't it?
He's doing research in a law library with books. I said that's malpractice. If you're looking through books, you're committing malpractice. In my opinion, because those books are out of date. By the time they hit the shelves, they're out of date.
Oh, dude, man. Oh, man. Now, see, you got me into a theory thing. You need. Oh, jeez. So y'all want to know why the legal profession is the highest profession of drinkers in the world? Because of this. Because you sit there and you'll start to bitch, and then you'll start saying. Then all of a sudden there's like something like this. And I'm like, where's he going with this? Like you're committing malpractice. I'm like, anybody can read a book. It's still America, right? We still have freedoms, I think. And then he says because they're out of date. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
They are, right?
Dude, you got me on that. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know what kills me is I want a you don't have one. I guarantee you. I already answered my own question. I don't need to tell you about it. I just
What?
wanted the state code. I want the Tennessee code annotated. I love having that in a book form. And I just want that just because I'm a nerd. And
But see, my problem is like if I want, so I did some a lot of appellate work regarding adoption law in Michigan for the last several years, and I went through the adoption code and I literally printed it all out and I put it in a binder. And as things get amended or cases, happen and change things, I sort of open the binder up and insert it. But I have it all printed out because I have to read it that way. But you can't just like download it once. You have to update it constantly. That's the problem.
yeah, and how are you supposed to keep up with that? When it's like in paper like that, you're doing it all your own. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm
that's
doing
what
it
I'm
myself.
asking.
Yeah.
Not like, you get the addendum or whatever, every year, the Tennessee. So like Tennessee, they pass laws and then they go into effect like July 1st or January 1st for the one legislative season. And so they have everything out for the code, the appendix
Yeah.
in time. But yeah, man, you're right though. It's out of date. Doesn't matter. They don't have court cases in there.
So
I mean,
here's the
they
thing. So-
do, but there's so many. I mean, golly, man, I'm looking for a quick answer. I'm like, see, well, if it says the code, everybody will believe that, and then we'll just argue that the court was wrong. It's just their opinion.
In 2001, I put together a probate book for some new associates I had. And it was like,
You're
if you're going to
kidding.
do a minor guardianship, here's all the forms and the steps and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so I grabbed it to do a minor guardianship myself just 4 or 5 months ago. And you fill out this one particular form. It's PC 97. Filled it out, sent it in. They're like, no, this is the wrong one. We have now PC 97A. And it's like one additional piece of information. It's the wrong freaking form. And so they rejected everything and sent it back to me. It's stupid. Everything is out of date by the time you print it and put it on the shelf. It's out of date.
So okay, think about this. Okay, history, right? It was like the War of 1812 was over when the Battle of New Orleans happened,
Yeah.
right? Supposedly, I don't know. So when you talk about like Western law, for instance, like that used to take a long time to get federal stuff out west,
Yes.
and it wasn't that long ago when it took a long time to get stuff updated. So, and there are still judges that they don't look at computers. They don't care. They don't have to. And so they're like, where's it in the book? Show it to me there.
I love the judges that pull
At a
out
bar.
like where do I have it? Like, they'll pull up their book and they're like, all right, let me take a look here.
I can't believe oh wait, I just moved it. Yeah.
They want to
Yeah.
they want to pull out their book and then they're going to flip through here and then they're like, well, this says this, and then you're like, yeah, but remember that case that came out last week that said what this really means?
Oh, dude, okay, so what are your judges like? What do you do at that point? Do you say, well, hey, if you'd like to, Your Honor, I believe that's changed. I'll bring a brief in, I'll submit a brief to you, or do you just like
It's
try to
usually
argue on this point?
I mean, I'll address it when it's changed or something like that, or I feel the judge is getting it wrong, but I usually end up filing a fairly extensive motion for reconsideration. And then I brief it all out. And I was like, Judge, I understand. However, here's why you're wrong. And then I file that. And If
Oh,
I'm
dear
filing a
Lord.
motion for reconsideration, I'm fairly confident that I'm going to get it granted. So that's what I do.
I cannot believe you just put the words together. However, this is why you're wrong.
What?
That is, dude, I thought I was the only dick. Dude, I've actually said before, like, that is a wonderful argument. However, every single word you just said is wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. And it is. And I've said that not long ago to someone recently, you know, a 2D friend. And I go, well, you know what? I'm getting ready to tell them that they're wrong, and I'm going to explain to them how they're wrong. I mean, dude,
You know how
that's
I
a great
learned that
point.
from?
However, you're wrong. Do
You know
what?
how I learned that from? I learned if you Judge Simpson out of Ann Arbor, and there's a guy Mike something. He's a YouTuber and he streams some trials. Mike, God, I can't remember his name. Anyways, he covers a lot of Judge Simpson out of Ann Arbor. And I'm sure somebody in the chat's gonna pop up with this Mike guy's name. He's out of Chicago, but so I filed an emergency motion to quash a writ of execution. They were physically moving my client, like forcing him out of the house, and I alleged fraud as part of my reasoning. And the judge did a temporary stay and then had an emergency hearing the next morning. And I went in and he was like, okay, so you're alleging fraud. And he walks me through, I can't remember all the details, but he's like, well, what about this? And I had an answer. And then he's like, well, what about that? And I had an answer. He's like, well, what about this? And I was like, you know, I don't know. And he's like, and that's why you lose. He's like, you made a good argument, but that's why you lose.
That is
And
awesome.
Law Talk with Mike. Yeah, Law Talk with Mike. He covers Judge Simpson a lot out of Ann Arbor. He just streams his stuff. Judge Simpson is awesome. And but yeah, so he was like, it was a good argument. And then he pulled me aside and he was like, you made a good argument. But you got to be careful with fraud and you know, that sort of thing. But I like him a lot. And that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from that
Hang on a
moment.
second. Volume just came on in the background of my computer. Sorry about that. Hold on. I was like, what is going on? And I clicked a thing and I was like, when I did that, it went loud. Yeah, dude, that is awesome. I can't believe that. So my story, I don't know why I related this to what you're saying, but I always thought this was cool. It was a law professor I had. It was for partnerships. What do they call it? It's because everybody else called it different. I think it was
Bizorgs.
yeah, it was like business partnerships and I forget what it is. But anyway, you know, it's one of those things that, like, I know I could tell you before the stream, I could tell you after the stream what I'm talking about, but right now I'm just lost.
Right.
But anyway, so he said, what was it? I was like, you know, hey, listen, Trevor. That was this guy's name, man. And I had this buddy in there. This guy was he was Kurdish, like he was a Kurd. And like he remembers like growing up and having to hide in caves and stuff. Like his mom would take him because of like Saddam Hussein and stuff like that. I guess it's
It's
just
like camping.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what was funny is that the professor would come walking in. I don't even remember his last name now. And all of a sudden you'd hear this guy. And of course, he sat next to me. And I'm like, wait a second. What's happening here? And he'd go, yo, Trevor, what's up, my gangster? Like that, just yelled across every single time. He's like, Trevor, man, you are a gangster. And they got this guy. He looked like Jack Ritter, my professor did. Three's Company.
Yeah,
He looked
yeah.
just like him. And it got this guy, Davis, trapped. Are you okay?
I'm good.
All right. But anyway, I think I'm bored everybody. But anyway, so I go to Trevor and I say, hey, Trevor, look at me. I was like, just got the midterm. Because the offer's like, hey, come talk to me about your grade. Nobody ever takes up a professor on that. I always did. I was like, maybe it might be worth a point. Probably in the wrong direction. But anyway, he had sued, what was it? Waffle House for having employees work and not pay them. And what was happening was they would check out, you know, they'd be out of work, they'd be off the clock. And then they'd say, okay, now you got to roll the silverware. And so it'd take like 5 minutes. But anyway, all this, he got a class action against them, and it made the guy wealthy. But anyway, he started telling me, he's like, yeah, I don't know why he told me this story. It had nothing to do with anything that day. But he was like, when I got out of law school, I thought I knew everything. I was a hot to trot attorney, He said, I'll never forget. I had this case in this small town, and they sent me down there, and I had to go talk to the opposing counsel. And he, the opposing counsel was saying, well, whatever it was, whatever the subject matter is, he's like, we were against it. And I told him, I said, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. And he said, and I gave him this reason, this reason, this reason. He just goes down all these things. I'm sitting there going, holy shit, I hope none of this stuff's on a test, because I'm not writing any of this stuff down. I have no idea what he's talking about right now. He is lost it. He's like that law professor that likes to talk about, back in his day.
It's glorious.
And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, the guy looks like Jack Ritter, but he might be faking this whole thing. And he said, and I got done just telling this guy every way it's going to be. And you know what he did? He leans back in his chair. He kind of relaxed the whole time. He just leans back and he looks at me and goes, well, you give me, I just don't, it's a lot to think about. And he goes, but I just don't think my client wants to do that. And he's like, I just stood there. He was waiting for me to say something. I had nothing to say. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. I was like, so he was like standing for a second. He's like, no, he was putting me in my place. I didn't realize it. It was a small town. I'm this hot shot coming in from out of town, corporate attorney or whatever. And then here he is. He's like, I just don't think that's in the best interest of, because you can't answer unless you talk to your client, right? I just don't think that's in the best interest of my client. That makes it okay. And I was like, I've always thought about that. I was like, man, I would like to have known that guy that said that. The old attorney that put him in his place. But cut your power cable. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm no more stupid stuff. So what else is happening there?
What was I didn't catch it all. What was the new stuff on Tupac?
So they have somehow found out that one of the people that supposedly shot him told his wife, said, yeah, we shot Tupac and his gang, his homies, whatever, his entourage were down to MGM watching Tyson. They got into a fight with a bunch of Crips, and then later on the Crips go rolling up to him and they shot him. And so, I mean, of course, everybody knows that part. Well, now they're saying that this guy told his wife. The problem is that this guy died like 6 months later. He was killed in Brooklyn.
It's like a Hoffa
And
thing.
so, yeah. And so, like, now the police are saying, we've always had the evidence. We just never had cooperation. And so they entered this warrant and were, taking stuff out of this house and everything else. So I'm actually, that's where my buddy's a cop. So I've already made the contact. I'm like, so are you solving the Tupac mystery? So hopefully we have something good out of that.
They got to charge somebody now, finally, right?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't care. That's what's so funny. He's going to be like, yeah, guy got shot. He talked to the people he shouldn't be talking to. He found out.
I never understood the whole East Side, West Side thing, but hey, whatever. Made them money.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What if you're the Midwest, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the middle. They're fighting over, back and forth. They're flying over me to fight.
Eminem, he's your guy.
Yeah, Eminem and Kid Rock. Eminem and Kid Rock from my area.
Dude, are you a Kid Rock fan?
I like his earlier stuff. I'm probably more of a fan of his politics than his music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine enough. And then Eminem was cool until the whole, like, if you voted for Trump, don't listen to my music. It's like, well,
Yeah, it's
okay,
weird how
I guess
people
I'm
get
not
on
listening to your music anymore, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
What
What would I do if I didn't listen to it anyway?
Right?
Well, no, Kid Rock, what I was going to ask about him is because he is that whole, what was it, the Michigan, the Detroit, like, he was 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 he in Fusion or whatever? Like he was just rap. I think he was just a rap guy.
He was just rap, and he had this big persona. Like he'd come out on stage, when he was like 19, he'd come out on stage in local clubs in like a fur coat, all the way down. It was just his style. And but locally here, he gets a lot of grief because he's actually not from like Detroit. He's from northern suburb hillbilly town area, and so he's more redneck than he is like rap or anything. But he'd go down to Detroit and play in all these clubs and stuff, and he just had this persona that everyone liked. And
so I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
But I gotta do this real quick. Oh, wrong thing. Jude Curio, a tip for your exceptional mods, and I you know what? Speaking of mods,
Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need in my life, so give it to me. Got that. Like you, 'cause you got that something that I need in my life that I need.
thank you, Jude. Yes, the mods, my mods are really incredible. They are really incredible. They're on top of everything, and
I see you got
like 'em.
Valhalla's a mod. Of course, she's a mod in your channel. I had to go back, by the way. I got caught up. I tried to convince my client to watch some of the police chase from earlier. It's like, hey, you want to watch a police chase with me? Because they showed up freaking early, and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then they just like really lost interest. Like, all right, fine, I'll close it down. So I had to go back and watch it and see how it ended.
Can you believe it? The guy's just like, hey, I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, he knew exactly. He knew the move, right? He knew
He
the move.
parks
Hands
right
on
in
the
the middle
head,
of the street.
walking backwards.
There's nowhere for him to run to. He's in the middle of the street. It's clear sight. He does this thing, walking backwards. He was moonwalking into jail, as somebody had said. And I'm
I
like,
feel like he's done it before.
there's a possibility. There's a possibility there.
Did they ever say what he was like being pulled over for?
Someone had put in that he had gone that morning, and that was a work truck, and he went and filled it up full of diesel, and then just took off. And somebody said that the helicopter guys were trying to say, "Oh, he's on something." And I'm like, "Okay, so is he on something?" And they're like, "It's obvious he's on something." I'm like, "Oh no, you're just kind of guessing." Somebody said they saw him throw a bottle out the window. Like, so he finished his
Like
beer.
a DUI? This whole thing for a DUI or something?
I think people are just trying to, they have to have justification for just somebody having a bad day. Like in Falling Down.
Great movie.
I knew I'd get you on
Great
that.
movie. That's a
I
great
knew I'd
movie.
get you on that.
If I could live that for one day and get away with it.
Well, he did live it for one day.
Well,
He just didn't get away with it.
He just didn't get away with it. That's a good movie.
Yeah, what's your what's the part that keeps going through your head though? Doesn't everybody have that? The people
I
that say
have
it's
it
a
when
great
he's-
movie, most people haven't seen it or anything.
When he's in the park and he's trying to like eat the sandwich and those two gang members or whatever show up, that's the part that always goes through my mind of that movie. When he was he's like, I just want to sit here and eat my sandwich or something. I can't remember exactly, or rest my feet or whatever he's doing. They won't leave him alone. That part. Honestly, I don't remember much more of the movie, but that part. I just remember that scene.
It's weird. So one of the things I've gotten into is like when I see movies, I enjoy them, right? They're make my brain just turn to mush for 2 hours. Kind of like listening to this show. And there are some people that are so great at breaking movies down that's the stuff. Like you go onto YouTube and you start finding, I mean, look, Kaiser Pineapple is one of those people. They start breaking stuff down and you're like, oh man, I never saw that. I never got that. And it was The Critical Drinker. Do you ever watch him?
It sounds familiar.
He's Irish. He wears sunglasses too. He's a real cool guy. You'd like him.
Because he wears sunglasses.
Yeah. And he's written like, he writes like Jack Ryan type books. But he's a cool dude, critical drinker. And he covered Falling Down. And he pointed out that at the end of the movie, he says is his favorite scene. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was in here. And it's Michael Douglas looks up and says, when did I become the bad guy? And it's like, yeah, like there's just a guy just trying to do his thing, you know. He had nothing in his briefcase. He'd been fired. He lost his wife, he lost his kids, he lost everything. He said, all I try to do is just go to work and be a normal person. When did I become the bad guy? It's like, I like that part.
It's a good question. Yeah. I'm
So-
I'm looking for his breakdown on it now. I'm on his channel. No, that's cool. I'm gonna kind of watch that movie again. Oh, he covers the slap. The slap. He covers this. He's got a video on the slap. Does he
What's
think that
the,
it's staged?
You talking about
Will Smith and
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock. Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that was staged?
No, absolutely not.
See, guys,
No.
this is what happens when you know you have a new buddy. Because all the stuff that we lived through, we're sitting here like going, oh man, somebody, like nobody listens to us rant. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey man, do you remember that like 2 years ago when Will Smith went up there? He won an Academy Award and he goes up there and it's during it was peak representation time. You know, it was like we have to diversify the Academy more and everything else. And he went up there and absolutely disgraced himself.
Yeah, no, they should have kicked him out, and they should have like gone to the runner-up because he won an award that night. It definitely should have gone to the runner-up.
Well, he took
He
from
was
him,
a
didn't he?
petulant child in that moment, and I didn't know the backstory at the time, and I still don't really care about the backstory. But do you know the backstory? What I've heard.
Yeah, the rumor is that Jada is she has alopecia. That's why she shaved her head.
Well, but that's not. It's
No. She's
yeah. I
crazy,
mean,
man.
it was we'll say relationship strife that was kind of poked fun at a little bit too by him in the background and on other things, and then that was sort of like the last straw. But it was really just a nothing joke. But yeah, it was just sort of the last straw. It was just he was just being a child. That's what all that
You know what the
was.
worst part is? I've never seen G.I. Jane.
Yeah, she was
I
badass.
need to see that.
Yeah, she was
I need
badass.
to see that.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. I'm not a huge fan of was it Demi Moore, but she was good in that one.
Really, you don't like Demi Moore?
Yeah, she's all right. She was in good in full. Not was it A Few Good Men?
Bonfire of the Vanities. Oh,
What is the other one? Striptease.
I like Dan DeVito. What A Few Good Men? I never saw A Few Good Men. See, I watched. There's a trend there. What's the she was great with Burt Reynolds in Striptease.
Burt Reynolds was better than her in Striptease.
Burt Reynolds is better than
He was
everybody.
all lubed up with the Vaseline, squishing
Wearing the
around in
boots. Wearing the boots. Not sure said they made that guy. This is talking about the guy who wanted to be like Valhalla. They made that guy lay face down on the hot asphalt, then picked him up and laid him over a hot black hood of a running police car. That's how it ended.
Yeah.
So
it was. I just wanted them to give him a reason, like just like tase him or tackle him or something. I don't want to see him necessarily get shot, but something would have been fun.
oh, look at this, man. Breaking news. Your print should take 5 days, 17 hours, and 14 minutes.
Ooh, awesome.
Now what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You
I
gotta
got
get
5
paint.
days
No,
to
you don't
go.
have to get paint. I bet you have paint already.
Actually, I don't.
Oh,
No,
I found
gotta get some paint.
You're fallible after all.
I need to know. Well, I need to know what kind of paint is best for the plastic that he's printing.
Do you hear
This is
that,
gonna be
ladies?
Amazing.
He's not ready. He's
not ready.
he's not perfect. This makes me feel so much better.
I need to know what kind of paint is best because paints are different.
That's true. That's true. I don't know what he's using. He said it, but I don't remember it.
Oh yeah.
So-
I have no clue. It was like 3 a.m. I have no idea what he said he was using. What kind of
Was it
plastic
3
it was.
a.m.?
It was about that.
Oh gosh, man, I don't remember anything anymore. Hanging out with you is
What color do you want? Do you want it? What color do I want it? I would say black because it's going to be easier for me to paint the rest of it. Or no. Can you do a skin tone? But like someone who's been sunburned. I'm getting really picky now.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
again,
wrong
with
question.
and it was burned.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. It's like Kaiser's like, if you need any models or print painting, I got you covered. We need to. And then I saw White Rabbit said ID Crisis was here. That's the guy I've known forever, and he's the guy that does Harleys.
PETG
He
is what
paints
he's
them.
using.
And I was like,
paints
you know
Harley.
what? Yeah, it'd be cool to like get two of the exact same, like like say like the 3-inch size heads. Send them to both of them, right? And then just paint it, and send it back to me, and we're gonna do a stream on it. And just be like, oh wow, just see like how two artists who don't know each other and all that stuff, how they take the same canvas and make it their own. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm called the straightest gay man you'll ever meet. So, and Tweety said that black is the best color. So, did you ever see Batman the animated series?
Oh no, I'm not much into the cartoon stuff.
Well, that
No, I never watched it.
cartoon is like
No, I heard it was really good though.
really good. I mean, it's like, oh look, like how do they do all this? Look at me, man, I'm all fuzzy again. Oh look, I'm getting fuzzier. I need to Windex my face. Is what it looks like. So that cartoon, when they drew it on black paper, and so that's why it has like the whole thing has a different feel to it. It's actually supposed to give it a feel. What is wrong with my camera, man? You know, I bet it's these lights.
I guess
laser
Shizzy with
lights.
this. If I printed it black, it won't fit in my printer. Let's go with the skin tone closer to this. Make sure it fits.
Oh, geez. Where's Valhalla? He's supposed to be coming on. He got lost out in the barn?
Probably.
He had a date out in the barn.
He had a date.
That's what I'm hearing. All right, so guys, hey, real quick here. Let's do a raid over here. Let's see if she's still live, right? Yes, she is. All right, hang on a second. What's happening? All right.
Your lights
Off
went out.
fresh off the press here. Hang on here. Let me pull this up so I get it here. Hear that? Fresh from the press here. I can't read this. I don't have any lights on this room. Oh wait, hang on. I didn't get any brighter. Crap. That's not going to turn your light off. Hang on. Oh wait, I got a remote. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, awesome. I have not been reading the chat. Everybody knows that. So just saw that Rick's Clicks has a 5-month member, and he donated 5 memberships. Rick's Clicks, man, thank you so much. Let's see here. What's I can't pull up membership things. I missed the membership earlier today.
20
But-
U.S. News, Liz Beth got memberships, and then everyone else is a member. No, wait. Oh, or they don't have members turned on. You got to have membership gifts turned on.
Gotta
Someone
have
got
your
2 of the
members
5.
turned on. Gotta have your members turned on. So
Because there's some that should be getting gifts and they're not.
oh well, guys, go up there and click the thing that says gifts, and it'll pop up, and you put on there enable gifts. But for
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly.
I went so long because I hit the button that ends the stream again, and I had to stop. I just kind of pushed away from that. So Rick got a super long one there. Oh, that sounds weird, but you know what? I'm just oh my gosh, bless me so much. I don't know what's
I
happening.
think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Clumsy clairvoyance again. I think we got a super chat. You've heard that before, Michigan Laws Show.
I have.
It
I don't
is,
remember the guy's name, but I remember the song.
It's Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch.
Upchurch. That's right. Upchurch.
Yes.
He's a
Hey,
country star, right? Country music
yeah,
star.
he does that Kid Rock style infusion stuff. Now listen, check this out. We got something here. Levy has started this. You know our friend Levy, great dude, and he comes up with great ideas. Sometimes he's like, you're like, man, that's a great idea, and then something happens, you forget about it. So what we're gonna do is here real quick. Is I'm gonna put. Oh, I'm looking at the chat. I'm trying to figure out how to put stuff in the chat. Evidently, it's been a longer
What's
day
your
than I
chat? You can
realized.
just post it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna do a raid on Jessica Reloaded. Libby requested it, and I'm putting it in right here. So you know how the raids go. What we're gonna do is you go over there and just flood her thing with anything the color orange, and let her know. Say, hey, coming in real fast, and then put a bunch of comments in there. Be sure to hit the like button for her, and then shoot back over here. Okay. And so let me see. Let me pull up her thing here. Guys, let's do this. And everybody ready? You ready to hit the buttons, guys? Everybody ready? You get to hit a button and you don't get in trouble this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go over to Jessica, say, hey, put on the orange. Go, hey, so she can't hear you when you said, but I'll do it anyway. And I'm going to hit on over there too. I'm going to say, hey, Jessica, how are you doing?
I'm not subscribed to her. I can't chat. I gotta wait 5 minutes.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Oh, I see the orange coming.
There we go. All right. I love this, guys. They always are like, I don't know what's happening here. Purple Phoenix introduced me, and then Levy brings it up.
Nice. You stream snipe too?
Oh yeah, I could do that. Duh.
You don't have to.
No, that's a great idea, man. I wasn't thinking about that. Duh, dude, man, you see, this is why, man. The White Rabbit will be sending you your pay.
I just need a wrench. That's all. Before Tweety. Did you see the chat? No, you don't read the chat. That's right.
No, I'm always behind. Let's see here. What do I do? I like to do the little kissy winky guy. Oh wait, that's the wrong side.
Brandon,
like blowing the kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like that guy.
I got 4 minutes left until I can do something. I'm gonna be way behind. There's gonna be a random stream of orange stuff.
That's gonna be awesome, though.
It's like the guy at the end of the marathon is just sort of running behind everyone else.
Dude, you know what though? That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome. The guy who ran the marathon, right? Oh, you know what? I hadn't hit the like button. All right, there we go. Oh, I never brought this up. I never brought this to the stream. Ah, jeez. Boy, look at this. Isn't it great? Wouldn't it be great, man? I ought to get somebody pro in here. Look at this. Look at her chat. Oh, it'd be cool if I had her volume up, wouldn't it? Why can't I hear anything? Oh, it's not playing either.
Mediocre anyway, unless she's a single mother. Right? I can't see the gentleman's name. The black. I had something good too. It was going to be.
Look at this. Look how it all turned orange.
You
guys are awesome.
Well, yeah. So when it comes to these black holes in this EBT, right?
I don't even know
what's fat chick is going to be like, oh, I thought, oh, you a
She
black
doesn't read
man,
the
but you
chat.
fuck with me. Yeah, everybody knows.
Well, she doesn't read the
bitches.
chat.
So what's your point?
I don't know how we even got here.
Oh, there you
too,
go. Oh, hey, Jessica, we love you.
That's how it always goes there.
Every time I come up, there's always fat chicks.
All
But
right,
all
that's
come on,
fun.
let's go. I only got like
Awesome.
8 minutes left.
So look, I mean, that's just a way to do a cool little thing for somebody. Do it for another creator.
Okay.
Be sure to hit that like
Gonna
button,
play it.
guys, and then we're out of here.
Thank you, Jess, for finding the timestamp.
And I'm going to
Jess is a real.
remove that. And yeah, she's awesome. So I've had her in the background there. That is awesome. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not Valhalla. That's Valhalla. She already said hi. You missed it. I went back and got it pulled up. What are you doing, Valhalla? You're supposed to be in here taking shots for
He's walking his dog around.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, dude. What is happening?
I had the one bottle. I broke the other.
Did you really?
Yeah, I tried to grab 2 out of the fridge and dropped one.
Oh, dude, that's the worst thing is that you got to clean up that mess.
I'm gonna let it dry
hey.
and sweep it.
Oh,
It's in the
wait a
garage.
second.
It's fine.
You have a garage fridge.
Yeah, of course. Don't you?
Is your garage heated?
Well, I have a wood burning stove.
Dude. Wait a second. Does your wife park in the garage?
No, nobody does. We keep our cars
Oh,
outside.
that's well. If you had a heated garage and she parked in there, dude, like you have no like White Rabbit's just gonna pack up and move up there. You're gonna get a sister wife.
No. There's no cars allowed unless you're working on them. Otherwise, it's the wood shop. It's it's the garage, but it's the barn out back with all the woodworking stuff.
But cars are supposed to go in garages.
Maybe
I
in the
think you know how it
south,
works.
not in the north.
I thought you guys had the bad weather, so you had to keep them covered.
I just wash it every couple of days. You're fine. No,
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of
you
people that are like, I have to keep my car in the garage so it doesn't get snow on it. It's like it's a car. You could drive it around and get snow on it. What's the big deal?
Yeah, that's true. I'm not a what's that stuff now? Oh, that new wax stuff. Do you see? My mind's gone. But anyway, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Graphene.
What's it do?
So it's like you put it on once every 6 months, and it has an awesome reply. I put it on everything metal. I've actually put it on. We have granite countertops, and I've put it on the granite countertops so it'd be easier to clean. I'm lazy.
I'm putting in her chat right now. I'm late, but here, and I'm gonna throw a bunch of orange stuff in.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I finally got it. All right, I'm late, but here. There you go.
Oh, look who's here. Hey, guys. Lost Souls TC in chat. How are you doing? She has one of the most amazing. Have you ever checked her out? She does a late stream. She's a true crime creator. Well, I guess she doesn't create the
She
true
creates
crime.
the crime.
No. She talks about it. She has the most amazing chat, man. Like you'll sit there and you're like, there's 400 people in here. And this was like, I think she started like last October or September maybe. And it's like, I don't know how she ended up in my stuff. And I was like, right off the top, I was like, probably like the first, I don't know, 200 people subscribed to her. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, listen, people they sit there. They just absolutely, she has a great voice. But she covers a lot of the Idaho stuff too.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of that. By the way, YouTube is being weird. I used to be able to click on somebody's name and I could just go to their channel. Now I can apparently only report or block them. I don't know what's up with YouTube right now.
Yeah, that's what. Where's your?
There's a lot of Cronenberg stuff in here.
Oh yeah. What do you think about that guy? Have we ever talked about that?
Well, I mean, hopefully they have more evidence than what I've seen in the news because the timeline is not working, looking pretty good, or not looking really good, rather. And, we've heard about the DNA and how great that is at the end of the day. I just hope they have more if they really have this guy, because I'd hate to see the police under pressure to just name somebody and go after this guy because he's the most convenient suspect.
Yeah, that's it's I've from the beginning been kind of leery about it. I'm like, when I heard it was like there's like a piece of DNA underneath like the buckle on this knife sheath. I'm like, okay, where's the knife?
Right.
Where's all the clothing and everything else? And so here I am. I'm like, well, I'm an idiot. Okay. So if I can ask these questions, then that like somebody smart is going to, and which hopefully he has smart representation.
All the blood in that place at the crime scene, in the timeline with the Uber driver, and when apparently his vehicle was seen on various cameras, and everything that was done, in the statement from the girl that was in the house, the survivor, somehow, there
That's
was
the weird
so here's the thing. I'm watching Jody Arias right now. Oh, you gotta do your.
No, he said.
Okay.
So it used to be that it was very popular for people to super chat the White Rabbit to scare me, and so she would wait like 2 hours later, and then she'd come in and she would like throw something and screaming at me, and I was like, "What in the world?" And anyway,
No,
So
but I was
I've
saying,
been-
so Jodi
sorry.
Arias, her story, her second story. And her first
Yes.
story was I wasn't there, I didn't do it. Her second story was 2 people broke in, attacked and killed Travis, and then left me be and left. Okay. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, whatever, rolling their eyes. And then eventually she says, well, I killed them, but it was self-defense, and that didn't work out too well for her. But this girl, the survivor, is apparently in a home with a person who just murdered 4 other people, sees her and was just like, I'm not gonna bother with that one, and walks out. Is that a believable story?
Let me back you up a little bit. So, you know, is that mariachi music? Is Valhalla here?
No, that's my wife's phone. I
Oh.
don't know what I was doing.
So, you've got the dude. This is the guy, right? We're all saying, yeah, this is the guy. We got him. He's like 115 pounds. He's a little wiry guy. They haven't released how many times he has used the whole stabby thing, right?
Yeah.
And he's gone up 3 flights of stairs. He's gone running past this is it Uber Eats or whatever guy that's out there?
Yeah, supposedly the Uber Eats guy is dropping stuff off. Just at the
Yeah,
exact
they're
same
passing
time.
each other. Captain, what's up, bud? I'm here, be good. I like his catchphrases, man. So anyway, so you're running past these people. You go up 3 flights of stairs, tiptoeing, right? Or whatever you do to not make noise. You just do all this stuff. You're like looking around. You're in this rage of tunnel vision. You're in such tunnel vision. You don't see the chick, probably the only hot one there, down at the bottom. Who comes in is like, just like she opened the door like 2 or 3 times or something like that. There's a dog barking. There's all this stuff, and you're just like, yeah, I got that last one, and just walk on by. And you're not out of breath.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
casually
man,
walks up and was like, shh.
Speaking
I
of
wouldn't be
being
out of breath.
breathless,
I wouldn't be out of
Yeah,
breath.
you would be out of breath,
I
and you only
wouldn't be.
have 14 minutes at the most to do all that. It's just the timeline doesn't work. The timeline alone doesn't work. You can tell me a million different ways why the DNA is there or not there. We'll find out if it's actually his, presumably. But
I could get
the
it done
timeline
in
doesn't
14
work.
minutes.
Hmm?
I could get it done in 14 minutes.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
But you're like, I don't know.
well, wait a second.
Grizzly
Okay.
Adams.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
I could.
Well, let's look at the background.
But could you do it without like tracking a bunch of blood in your car and being covered with blood all over the place?
No, probably not.
See, that's the thing
there's-
too. It's like there's no
there's
other
no
DNA.
blood
There's
on
no
your
bloody
clothes.
There's no blood in his drain traps. There's no.
There's issues with this case,
Yeah.
boys. There's issues. There's no.
How do we?
There's
like
no
Chris
evidence
Mullen said.
as far as we know anyway. There's no like actual physical evidence other than a sheath that may or may not have his fingerprint on it, I guess.
How do we know the girl didn't
DNA.
do it? Because would you believe Jodi Arias when she told you that some people broke in, killed Travis, left me alone? She waited until the afternoon to call 911 after calling friends first. There's a lot of weird stuff with that girl.
A whole lot. Plus the Uber Eats delivery guy was there at like
The
a
same
half
time
hour
frame.
before or something, right?
Not
Like,
even
right.
within like the timeline.
There's some
And
weirdness. There's some weirdness.
He's delivering food for the 2 that they're the ones that like the bodily fluids leaked out of the house and down the wall.
Did y'all see that? Did
Yeah,
you see
I used to have
oh.
it up here to pull up. I finally deleted it, and I mean that's how much. That's like you hit veins and you don't stop the heart, so it just pumps everything out. I mean that's a lot of fluid, and you like how I try to use the YouTube words. Have you guys noticed that? Fluids,
Always
and
the
stuff.
YouTube
Yeah.
fluids.
Yeah, it's I'm all afraid he probably hit
The Kool-Aid, the
Kool-Aid. I call everything Kool-Aid. This person got Kool-Aid violently.
Actually, can I totally change the topic for a second?
Go for it, man. Your
Since I
topics are
have
much
the
better.
2 of you here, I would like to point out that I'm still above 1,000 subs since the expert got me there the last time. And I am currently at, I believe, 1268 watch hours.
Oh,
So you need to add your stream to this audience right now.
Yeah.
Stream this to your audience right there at the top right corner.
I could. Should
Yeah,
I?
hit it.
Do.
All right. Let's do that. Man,
And then I'm
y'all
gonna
are-
pull up Valhalla's
All right,
live
tell-
stream in an alternate window.
All right, tell me when you got it on. We're gonna. I'll pretend we're restarting the show.
Love
Yeah, the
it.
last live stream was the telethon. You gotta keep the live streams going.
Yeah, man. I'll even do an old intro.
Expert
Whoever did it should have been covered in fluids. I agree. Should have been covered in fluids.
at... Why is your damn name so long, MLS?
No, my name. Why
Because-
my name's long? MLS Law
Latin.
Show.
3 words and the whole 9?
Yeah.
I've had to learn how to spell Valhalla.
Do you know how long it took me to remember how to spell Valhalla?
Yes.
We're live, boys. We're live.
All right.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Looky here, this is the one, the only Valhalla awaits stream tonight. We are doing this for him. Welcome everybody. How are you doing, Valhalla? I hope you have a great stream, buddy. What's happening, MLS
I
Law?
see. It says you're live. I can't find the stream on your channel for some reason. But
No,
I'm doing
I'm on
good
it.
other than that.
I'm the only one in there at the moment, but that's okay.
That's it. That's okay.
That's
It
perfectly
works
okay.
out that way. Yeah. So
Dude, y'all
anyway,
are amazing. Just in case I haven't said it lately, the two of you especially are
the
a
last person-
huge impact on what's happening in the Valhalla world lately, and I
That's great.
appreciate it immensely, boys.
the
I'm
last
happy to be a
person that
part of it.
Said I was amazing was my wife. So yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, there we go. Now it's finally up. Jeez, that
I'm
took forever.
kidding. Yeah, actually, you know, here's the thing: everybody's got like 3 different units. I know that sounds weird, but that's the thing is to put it like your spare iPad or phone or whatever on a different stream. So see, like you get the watch time hours because you don't need everybody else right now. You need it, but you're here talking to everybody. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what
so.
happens. So like people, okay, it's like MLS Law just put something up. See, he's got to like, is it pull up? No, it doesn't show right there. So I see it as he put that in Valhalla's thing. So there's a little link right there. So
Yep.
that means is the 2 chats, they're not chatting with each other.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I don't.
It
like
is weird. It is. I don't.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And so like some people have been like, well, how's that work? And it's like, you know, they feel weird, and then you start getting like 4 or 5 of those, and they're bouncing around, and it's like, I don't care.
And what's
You know,
weird too is you as the host can put something in the StreamYard chat, and it should
Mm-hmm.
pop up on both yours and Valhalla's. But if I put something in the StreamYard chat, it's only coming up on yours, not Valhalla's. Like there's some connections that need to be made.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
not quite worked out exactly like it should be, but it's getting there.
The thing that gets me is that if you're using your iPhone or iPad deal, you're supposed to use Safari to get on. But if you are on a computer, Safari won't work. Which sucks for me because I'm on a Mac, and so I'm having to use like Microsoft Edge, and that sucker, man, it's like a fat chick at a buffet. It eats
Well, on
up
a
RAM
Mac,
like
yeah,
crazy.
but that's like me running iTunes on my PC. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
I kind of like Edge. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Edge. I use only Edge.
This is the first. So this is the first PC I've had like since I was in high school. Right, like I haven't had a computer. It's just never been necessary. So I got this one to stream with as a birthday gift or Christmas gift from Mrs. Valhalla. I think it was Christmas.
By the way, I sent Mrs. Valhalla something earlier today.
Okay, cool. Shizzy apparently sent out that 3D print today, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm excited to get it.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. I saw that on, was it Discord? I think. The other
Could
day.
be YouTube.
Yeah. No. I was in Experts Discord the other night. Then we talked about a new print, which is going to take 5 hours and something, or 5 days and 6 hours.
I was gonna say mine took like 5 days or something.
Yes, I have used Brave, and you know what? Lost Souls, it's mine. I like it. I mean, but I don't think you can use that for. Can you use that to StreamYard?
I don't know. Never used it.
You know what? I got on Microsoft Edge because you get those Microsoft points, and you can use those for stuff. And by the way, Lost Souls. I would love to have you on sometime. So we gotta get together on that. Hang out. She does Valhalla, you know her. She does the true. Yeah, you said you went over to her thing one time after I talked about it last time. She does
Could be.
lot. She's does.
I'm gonna-
Right now, she's doing the Brian Koberger.
Okay.
I'm gonna go watch some of her streams and see if I want to talk to her more or not.
Oh, that is awesome. So you know what? I had this conversation earlier, and what it was about how when I got started with this, there's nothing going on because it was the pandemic and all that stuff. And the first thing I did was Gabby Petito. Okay, so I kind of got wedged into that, that whole true crime thing because you had to, you have to keep the same topic. You have to, Lost Souls. I mean, she'll tell you. I mean, she's like every day, she's like the authority on Brian Koberger, and she has hit that algorithm so beautifully. It's unbelievable. So anyway, like I was doing all that stuff, but I never liked true crime because it saddens me, it's always about somebody dying or being kidnapped or something bad. There's not really very many happy endings. Then it's like, well, the law stuff, I'm like, no, I'm here so I don't do the law stuff. I don't like that. I don't want to sit there and do trials all day because you get to a boring one and you're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? You very rarely have the Rittenhouse and the depth, something like that. And like right now, it seems like there's kind of like a little bit of a crossover between, because it's weird. It's like you have one group of people that are all about the pre-trial stuff. You have another group of people that are all about the trial stuff, and they don't match. They never like really cross over that much. I think it's now I am in the middle where I'm beginning to see both, and it's kind of a fun little nuance. I have a lot of squirrels in my head, guys. Maybe I should see an exterminator about that.
So the pretrial, there's some YouTubers out there that really play up the drama, and I don't mind playing up the drama because a lot of trial stuff has drama too. But when you play up the rumor for the sake of drama as opposed to the evidence, that I have a problem with. As long as you're calling a spade, I'm cool. Even if you're going to play up the drama. But there's some people out there that just sort of play it up for the sake of views and stuff. And
so the only way like I would ever be on board with like the drama thing would be like if the three of us, for example, right, if we were all messing around and decided that we were going to all wage war against each other for the various cocktails that we consume or something ridiculous, like that's funny. Right. I can get behind that, but other than that, I'm not really into the drama thing.
No, it's just as easy to not talk.
Right.
It's so much easier to not talk.
My blood pressure is high enough, y'all. I don't need to try to get it higher.
No, and I wasn't talking about like rumors between or drama between law tubers or YouTubers. I meant like, for example, I on one of my streams I call him Kroberger. Or Cronenberger, whatever. I don't even know how to say his name. The Idaho Killers, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But I pulled up specifically the Dateline episode that had happened the day before because it was so much BS. They had like this FBI profiler. It was like, oh yeah, this guy's killed in the past and he's a serial killer in the making. And it's based off of nothing but pure speculation. That's the stuff I'm talking about. That stuff I can't stand. Hey, Nicholas.
I think I went to bed with Nick. I mean, not like that.
Whoa, bro.
Not like that. He got off
There's
stream,
some
I
things
think,
you shouldn't say on the internet.
Yeah, that sounded really bad. It was earlier today. He's like, and now he's saying good morning. So I was like, oh, it's we've seen the sun go around. God,
actually, the sun might not be up for him yet. It's pretty early by you, isn't it, Nick? It's like
5 a.m.
What is it?
4:15.
In London, it's 4:15.
5:15.
But yeah, sorry, I can't wait for that one. So, the Koberger stuff, like the Dateline, all that, you start realizing like all of the news media, man, like they push that drama, and it's like, oh, you got arrested, so he's guilty.
Yeah,
Which
that sort
we
of
all
stuff.
know.
And it's how did he do it, and was he going to do it again, and did he do it before? And it's
Well,
like,
there was
did
that.
we even know he did it in the
At
first
least get my
place?
good side.
There was that other ending in the neighboring town, which happened to be in Washington or something, right? Like there was a
Yeah.
similar MO in a case
Yeah, there was.
a year
Right.
before or something.
Yeah, like a year or two before. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But that's like
Oh,
the pattern of a
yeah.
serial killer, right? Like they kill,
Yeah.
and then they take like a year or so off, and then they kill again, and then they take like a year or so off.
Well, and especially if this is the dude, right? Like if this is the guy, he's studied it his whole life. This is what he's in graduate school for. Like there's
He's gonna
So
leave his
that's
DNA and knife case behind, knife sheath.
Dexter didn't.
That's right. Dexter didn't. Dexter's a great one to watch, man. I'm telling you.
I've
'cause
never
they're like,
seen
we're
an episode ever of Dexter.
Meme
Like,
Copium
for-
says, yeah, there were 2 other cases 6 months and a year previously.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Meme, by the way, this morning he was on, and I gotta check his show. I don't get to that often. He is probably one of the best YouTubers. It's criminal how low his
Meme's
subscribers
amazing.
are compared
That
to
dude's
how
so
good he
funny.
is.
Well, it'd be nice if I could click on people now and go to their channels, but YouTube. Oh no, I can for him. Okay.
You have to be a mod to do that.
I'm not a mod.
You're a mod somewhere if you can do
So,
But I
what was I
couldn't do
saying
it
about
on who was the other one? I have her channel pulled up. No, who did I have? I did the other one you were talking about, Lost Souls. I did it on Lost Souls and I couldn't pull her up.
Were you modded in the meantime?
Oh wait, maybe I did it from your
So-
stream.
That could be.
what the what was I saying about that stuff? Stupid stuff. You got me on Coburger, and I really had something I thought I was gonna say. Oh yeah, you said the criminal justice thing. That's what. So was it Gazi that said the other day? It's like maybe the guy just wanted to be a cop. Everybody has that. Oh, he was a criminal justice, major because he could study how to do the perfect crime. It's like, well, maybe he just wanted to be a cop.
Maybe. Then
Yeah.
why would you go for a graduate degree? Like why would you go to extra education? All you need is a bachelor's to be a cop.
I bet you a lot of the cops now. What's a major city like?
I feel like
I bet
he's.
all the police chiefs and stuff like that are.
I feel like he was like a lifelong student. Like he was just going to be in academia his whole life.
I can't blame him though. I mean, I
Well-
didn't know that Wazoo, Washington State, was right there next to Idaho. I mean, golly, man, that just has to be like a mecca. You're just going back and forth from parties.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Yeah. Were you gonna say Valhalla?
I don't remember. Not gonna lie.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. No, but the whole thing, it'll be interesting once the defense gets into it, and of course, everything changes.
Yeah, everything changes. I want to see. I was talking about this on my stream. I'm really disappointed that they went the grand jury route because they had a paper indictment, and which would have required a preliminary examination, which would have been interesting to cover to see what sort of evidence that they were going to actually be able to present. And then they decided just to go to the grand jury route and skip all of that. So we don't see what they have thus far and how the witnesses would have responded. So I'm a little disappointed in that. We'll just have to wait for the trial.
I'm really
That's
excited about this
coming
trial.
up. If Lost Souls is still here, she could tell us when that's coming up. But it's supposed to be. Last I heard. See, I covered the whole thing because I thought what happened was it was 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and I just started hearing about it. I'm like ignoring it, because that's what I do. And the next thing you know, I'm like, wait a second here, like this. Hey, Lost Souls, do you know when the trial is? When's Koberger's trial?
Yeah, I don't know when it is, but he's not waiving his right to a speedy trial, right? That's my understanding.
Yeah, no, that's my understanding as well. He
Yeah, so
wanted
he wants
the
to
chance
go,
to
go, go.
vindicate his name and whatnot. Prove his innocence. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I'll tell you what. If the guy, he doesn't have to do it to be like this, but It reminds me of Bundy. And the only reason why I know about Bundy is because Netflix had a great movie. Had Scat. That's not his name. What's his guy's name? Zach.
Scat.
Yeah, Scat. It was Scat. What is it? It's Zach. Not Galifianakis. What's that guy's name?
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis.
No, not that guy. He's cool. That skinny dude. He was in Baywatch with The Rock.
Zac Efron.
Oh,
Zac
Zac
Efron.
Efron. Yeah.
Boy, did you see that?
Wasn't he in
I asked just
High
enough
School
questions
Musical?
for Valhalla to jump in and answer. I was like, he was in Baywatch with The Rock. Zac Efron.
Damn it.
I'm messing with you, dude. I'm messing with you. That was a lucky one on my part. Let's see here. There is 2 motion hearings scheduled for August 2nd and August 18th. Then the trial starts October 2nd. And he is
That's
not
still a
waiving
ways
right to
out.
it. Speed trial.
Not that. It's not that far out. If you're an
It's
attorney
not.
prepping for this trial, you're like scrambling right now. That's not that far.
Two
Okay.
2.5 months almost. Yeah, I guess it's really not.
That's a part that nobody ever talks about. You're the attorney on this trial. You're there's been like it's been 7 years since somebody was murdered in Moscow, Idaho. And you've got the whole world all of a sudden at your back door. You're at your front door. They're digging through the trash out there. And here you are. I don't know who
Dude, Nancy Grace was parked outside of the house with a little table.
Card table, yes. Yes.
Oh.
Would that not be also Nancy Grace
Oh,
parked in
at
front of your house?
the murder house?
Yeah,
Yes.
she was parked out there for like 4 days or something stupid.
Yes. So you've got
Can't
that
stand
type
that woman.
of attention. What's going through your mind as the attorney?
Don't fuck up. I don't know.
Well, that's every day, right?
But see, I'm comfortable as a team player. Like, I have cases where people are like, "Hey, would you care if I brought in this other attorney to help like do some of this or that?" I was like, I don't care. It's if the end results are the goal for me. So I would be like, I'm going to bring in some resources. I'm going to bring in a heavy hitter that knows Idaho law, but maybe hasn't practiced in this county, but does murder cases. I'd be playing that kind of thing.
Isn't this a public defender?
Yeah, but you could still you have friends, right? I mean,
Well,
in the legal community, like I know if I had like a weird, crazy murder case that I never handled, there's one guy I know I would call, and even if I just got pointers from him, I'd be doing as much as I could. Because I would want to, first of all, I'd want to do good because, I don't know if you guys remember the attorney for Kevorkian. He is huge now in the Detroit area. Jack Kevorkian, the suicide guy. His name is Jeffrey Feiger. He ran for governor, but he is known around. But that case made him, and I don't even think he charged him. He represented him twice. He got acquitted twice, and then a third one, the guy decided he was going to represent himself and got convicted. But, so a case like this can make your career.
Well, yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it can also end your career, right? Do you think so?
No.
Well,
I mean, it depends on how you played it. It could if you
look at Marsha Clark. Marsha Clark got her ass handed to her with OJ, and now she's still she just had a new primetime streaming show where she's going around the country looking up cold cases.
The problem,
She's
my
still somebody.
understanding is-
everyone
my
forgot about her
understanding is
perm.
Yeah, my understanding is the problem was,
It was so
she was
bad.
getting her ass handed to her by her co-counsel.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It could be bad for
Durden
you,
or
but
whatever
if
his
you
name was, sucked.
play it right and you still lose, it could still be good for you. And I was just thinking of Amber Heard's attorney. Like, that was bad. Like, she's not going to recover from that very well. But there's a way to lose with grace, and if you lose with grace, it's fine as long as you give a valid defense. When you do your job, I think you could do it either way.
Who have you seen a trial where? Recently with your YouTube family here. Do you have one where you see a guy see the whatever side it is lose, and you think to yourself, you know what, they did a really good job.
I was just watching the Texas v. Ronald Riverbrook case, the Border Patrol murder case, and until like the last day of the penalty phase, the skunk-haired defense attorney, black and white hair, nose ring, weird eyebrows, but she was good. When she got up and did oral arguments, she was really good. And I thought she did good cross. I thought she did, she worked well for the defense. Now, the last day she got up there and started whining that a bunch of YouTubers were causing their witnesses to not want to testify and whatever. That wasn't so good. But until then, I thought she did a really good job despite the whole, baby murder part of the case. So, and she's a law school professor and things like that. And so I think that was a case where she could have won with or lost with grace, but for her little rant against public trials and saying that only the media has access to the court, not the public, and stupid stuff like that. She came so close to being like losing with grace. Actually, they won the penalty phase because they got life. Because it was a death penalty, and the jury said no, and so he got life, and so technically they won the penalty part. So,
all right. Well, let me ask you this. So you said she was because I didn't follow the trial, just a little bit. Like I was messing around with you with it. So is she you said she's a professor.
Yeah, she's a law school professor, and I don't think she
teaches.
Yeah, I don't know what she
teaches. What's the unemployment law?
Yeah, exactly. She, but she did really good. Her arguments. She seemed a little, waffly. Her voice, like maybe a little bit of nerves when she first started, but then she really got into her arguments. I thought they were well argued. Everyone, no case is perfect, and we're all, armchair quarterbacking these things, anyways. But she did a good job, and until she just complained about YouTube. It was just kind of weird the way she just kind of went downhill. But I thought she did really good, and she held her own, and she presented valid arguments and a good cross of the witnesses that she crossed. I thought she did good.
When you said that she blamed YouTube, okay, and that's what I was going to with my questioning is, do you see her as this is going to be a launching pad for her? She's going to be able to springboard off of this and write a book. She might do a new chapter in, some academia book, and where that's the big money. The students have to buy the same book every year.
You know what? She's probably prepping a law journal, law review article about social media and public trials and things like that. She's probably prepping that. I guarantee that comes out next year, or like December or January. That's when it's coming out from her. I guarantee.
Okay,
that.
So does that? I'm just going to go ahead and assume that most people in the chat don't know what a law review is or like why it's important. It is super legal nerd stuff. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. It's people that are really really nerdy. They'll look at it and go, "Oh wow, that's a great way to ponder that question." When you're reading stuff
book about it
to make you ponder a question, you just need to stick with Legos.
Think of Steve Gosney's books. Those are that's law. That's kind of, but he does a good job at it because most of the time it's like law students that really haven't practiced and really don't know what they're saying. But it's kind of that idea.
I love law reviews, man. Like reading those things because it's like people think you're really smart when you start repeating them, because these are and I mean this with all sincerity, quality sincerity, is that people that write these things, their intelligence level, they're like Steve Gosney type smart. I can't keep up with that. It's amazing to watch it work.
Yeah, I could never write like that, or I would be so dry. I would be so dry and boring, and no one. If I can't present it on YouTube, I feel like I'm boring.
You're a trial guy, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's all the emoting, with my tone and mannerisms that sells it. It's not the words.
Lost Souls, take care. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I'm gonna check out your stream, Lost Souls.
I always feel like a rock star when you come by. So She really, it's amazing, man. Check out. Look, I want you to do it for two things. I want you to see her what she talks about, and then also like the way her chat works and everything. It's the business side of YouTube absolutely amazes me. I don't know why I've gotten on that. I did that one stream of it, and now I'm just like stuck. Um, but anyway, sorry. What were you saying? It was about Gosling, like the way he writes, or
No, he writes
trial
well.
guy, trial guy. Yeah, no, you said you're a trial guy. Yeah, you have to be in front and all that stuff. Well, I don't mean that bad. I don't mean like being in front is a bad thing.
I
It
can
is.
say boring words in an entertaining way. That's what I feel. So that's what makes me
You
a
know
good
what
trial guy.
sucks? I'm going to make an assumption about you, and this is what sucks. This should have been part of the interview the other night, but you threw me with the Millennium Falcon lamp. What sucks is that it's really easy for you, and that makes you a super minority. If lawyers are the top 1%, you always hear like they try to do that classification of people and of like, oh, the top earners are 1% of the population. Well, it's also the same thing with education. It's the same thing with social class, everything. It's that 1%. You as a trial guy are that 1/10 of 1%. Do you think
I'll
I'm
take
right?
it.
Or
I mean, I've always felt
like you
comfortable
can just
doing
do
it.
it and you don't understand why other people can't?
Yeah, that's true. Because I just do it, and I was like, I had like I have associates and stuff, and I was, I throw them into the deep end. I'm like, yeah, do the oral argument. What's the problem? I get that. But I don't know. If you don't get nervous though, then you don't prep, and then you're not prepared, and then you do a bad job. So you need a little bit of like underlying nervousness. Like sometimes I still get nervous going on stream. Like right before, I'm like, I don't want to do this, and then I go on and I do my thing. Especially with like something I feel like really important, like when I did the Zachariah Anderson Denny Motion stream. I was like a little nervous before that because I wanted to
And
do a
then I
good
came
job.
in and started saying stuff, messing you up. That's what I love to do. I'm the opposing counsel. Every time you see me in chat, I'm the opposing counsel. I'm there just to fuck with
That's
you.
right. It's good. It's good practice. Keeps you.
I don't know that I get nervous before a stream, but like sometimes midstream, all of a sudden, like I'll just get struck with like nerves.
Really?
Yeah, occasionally. It happens less and less, but like occasionally.
Dude, that's the most Valhalla thing I've heard you say recently.
Is that good or bad?
No, it's cool because you say things like you're an outside the box thinker, and you're also an outside the box person. And I think that when you get, nobody talks about getting nerves halfway through.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I get nervous about ending a stream, Well, now I don't. Now I'm just like, I know these guys won't rid of me. But it's like, it's like, will they ever come back? That's the first time you're doing this. The first couple times, it's like you think, will people ever come back? The first time you have people coming in and you have no idea, you've never seen this before. You don't know what you did. That strangers are listening to you and they're interacting. I was like, I really like this. I like the way this feels. I like doing this. But what if they never come back? That's why I kept going.
Yeah, I get, there's a little nerves before the stream. Not always, but I like the trial streams because I just have to talk for a little bit and then throw a trial on. But and then at the end I have like regrets when I was like, oh, I should have talked more or like recapped what we saw or something like that. But nothing really during.
I do the after the facts, right? Like I'll be like, I should have done this.
Should have done this. Should have
prepped that a little better. And
yeah.
That's
weird.
It's also a lot different, like doing something like this, right? Where we all just kind of jump in and are hanging out, talking. There's something different about this than there is, say, like a stream that me and you do, Dave, where we're supposed to be researching stuff. And like the last one, I was clearly not prepared for that conversation.
So exhausted.
I was so tired, bro.
No worries. We'll do it again. We'll do it again, and then we'll bring in some PTSD stuff, and we'll prepare ahead of time, and we'll be good.
Heck
and that's
yeah.
partly my bad too, because like 2 days prior, I said I was going to send you stuff, and then I didn't send you anything. So
no worries. It was just it was a long week, bro. It was a real long week.
See, it takes time, people, to do these things.
It really does. It really does, y'all.
And isn't that great that the people we have around us are so forgiving?
Yes.
Like this
Oh
chat is
yeah.
very forgiving. Like I love when, and you know what? This is I know this is gonna sound weird, and I don't even want to say because it's gonna sound so weird. But like earlier tonight, before I found out about Tupac and stuff, I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, hey, man, I kind of wish some people would come on with me. Look at that. And I was like, and then I started thinking about, I was like, well, okay, so you start thinking about the YouTube thing. What do people want to listen to and stuff? Well, I'm 70% lifetime of is female, is what my audience is. So I'm like, well, do I want an all guy thing? And I was like, because Gosney got in my head, and it's like, like hanging out with your buddies, you know? And I was like, that's kind of what I would like to see. I'd like to do that, like and that's kind of like if you guys ever watched the Jack Show. It's Ethan Van Sciver, and it's kind of like all the people that are like Yellow Flash and over there.
Yeah, yeah. Anna,
Those,
that Star Wars girl.
yeah,
Goes
it's
on
the
there.
Star Wars girl. I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
think of her. That's you know who I'm talking about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Cecil
about. They do a show.
and-
Cecil, all that. And I dig that, and they switch it off. So like, if it's like it'd be like next week's on Michigan Law, next week after that's on Valhalla Ways, and then you come back to me, and I'm like, whatever they're doing there, I'm like, they've got a really cool thing working. But anyway, it's just yeah, it's doing this is a lot easier than trying to be serious the whole time.
You ever listen to Rush Limbaugh?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Love Rush. Anyway, so I was listening to him years ago, like 20 years ago, whatever. And he was talking about a guy called in, and he was talking about just wanting to do radio and kind of how to get started in the business, and did he have any pointers and stuff. And he was like, the one thing you want to do, it's like, don't rely on callers, don't rely on guests. Be prepared to talk to yourself and entertain yourself. And at the time, didn't think anything about it because I was never going to do anything like this at all. But now that's in my head, where if you just sort of if you're able to talk to yourself and entertain yourself, people will come if they like you anyways, I guess. So I like doing the group streams with everybody. They're a lot of fun, but at times, like some of the streams, I just kind of want to do my own thing and just sort of talk and get my thoughts out there and do whatever. And so that's fun too. There's a good mix, I think, for me anyways. I like a good balance.
Speaking of that solo stream, getting things off your head, I've got something that I've been thinking about or whatever with updates on visions for the farm and what I solo stream coming from Valhalla soon, y'all.
All right.
Coming soon.
Wow,
I mean, you could just direct the camera at the goats and talk in the background, and people will watch, man.
Well, but then it's like my phone's not good for streaming, and we'll get there. We'll get there.
It's I don't know. I always with streaming stuff, I'm always like, man, there's so much stuff out there. It's just like I need that one more thing. I need that one more thing. And like it's gotten like with me, I've gotten to the point where I use up too much memory now. So now it's like I'm back to, wow, I'm gonna have to get a computer sooner than I thought. Christmas is what I'm hoping for.
You know what I do? Oh. I have hard drives.
Holy
Oh
crap.
my gosh.
I download everything that I've ever produced. Every version of every video is on these external hard drives, and then they're not on my computer. But they're on my hard drives. I have a few of them. That's what I do. They're a lot cheaper than a computer.
Well, mine's RAM is my problem, not hard drive space. But you can link your stuff up with like Rumble, and you can link it with Odyssey, and so like you have backups in the cloud.
I know, but I still, I'd rather have like a DVD than a downloaded version of it. And wait, see, that one has a file on it, MLS. I have a whole external hard drive dedicated to you, Farrell. I know everything about you. But
that's creepy.
Oh, yeah, we were
don't say that. Don't say that out loud. That's creepy.
Don't challenge me. That's what's scary.
No, but I I don't. I like having like additional backups.
There she is, Feral Housewives work. Well, hold on. Let me. Is any of that hard drive? So you're when you do a lot of work from home. Do you do your backups to that every day?
No, all my work stuff for like my law stuff is backed up to Dropbox. So I have a Dropbox account with a huge amount of memory. So everything's backed up there, and then it's offloaded from my computer. So I don't have anything actually on my computer. I have to have Dropbox open and operating, and then it downloads it real quick when I want to access something. But for these video files, and I do have some backed up to Dropbox when I'm actively involved in a case. But once the case is done and I have, or like other random videos or like drafts of videos, different versions of them, then I offload them. And a lot of my streams, I download them. Periodically, I'll go through and I'll just download all of my streams that I haven't downloaded yet and throw them on the hard drive just to save them.
Really?
In case you never know when your channel goes down.
Dude, that's hardcore, man. That's hardcore. Yeah, you're right. You don't know when if your channel will go down. That's what sucks.
Actually, I haven't done it in a little while. I kind of need to do that. That might be my tomorrow.
Is
my activity for tomorrow.
Backing up everything. Gosh, man, don't even get me started. I've got to read Gosney book. I'm going to ask him to come on, see if I can interview him. Just it will be like a short deal.
That'll be good. That'll be a good stream.
I think it would be. But he's got so many books. I want to do it like a, you interview an author type thing, and
you got to read them first. That's how the real interviewers do it. You read the books.
I thought they had somebody else read them to them. Doesn't osmosis work? Is that not?
I've got at least 3 of them so far.
I don't have any. I got to order.
Really?
Some. Yeah, I don't have any.
He sent me a manuscript too for the birthday stream. I got it.
You've already gotten that?
Yeah, I got it yesterday.
That guy, man. If I told you I was going to mail something, I might think about between okay, I'll tell you what. I've got a baseball bat. I was supposed to send my buddy that lives in Vegas. It's a raw baseball bat, so you can like paint it and do all that stuff yourself. And he's been here. He was like 2.5 years ago. I was supposed to mail this to him.
Hayden in Australia sent me a Christmas card. It took 4 months to get here. We didn't get it till like March.
What's the postmark on it though? Did he just send it in like February?
No, he sent it way before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
He sent it way before. It took forever.
I was gonna see Farrell, Jung, if you're in the chat, everyone. See, I'm not the only one. I finally got my mug sent out.
I have one of your mugs.
What's the deal with your mug?
I got one.
So I have these MLS mugs that I made years ago, and I had them lying around, and I just use them. But then I had a bunch left over, and we would do these bingo cards during closing arguments. We did it for Zachariah Anderson, and we did it for Letitia Stout. We do it for Zachariah Anderson? No, we did it for another one. Anyways, so the winners would get mugs, like the top 3 winners would get mugs, and then I never sent them out. Well, I sent out some, but then I didn't send out others, and then it was like it was one of those things where I had to remember to take it with me and then go to the post office and send it. And so I never did it. So I finally got them all boxed up and labeled, and I'm taking them to the post office. Yes, Farrell, and the postcards too. And I made up. So years ago, this is how, when I first started my channel, I was like, I'm going to do postcards and mail them out and tell people to check out MLS. I don't know why I thought that was going to work. I don't know. I was just going to go through the bar. I don't know what I was going to do. I just have thousands of them. I have thousands of them, so I started mailing those out.
Wait, hold on. You really do have postcards?
Oh yeah, hang on.
And do they have a QR code or something on there?
Nope, no, because I didn't think of that.
That's a legitimate postcard.
That's
dope. No, it's a legitimate postcard. Yeah.
That's
how do we collect these things? Because that's
how have I not seen that before?
So we're gonna start doing you have to earn them. I have.
Is this what you sent to Mrs. Valhalla today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's gonna love it.
So I put a little message on the back for everyone that I sent them to, and so I'm gonna start sending them out because apparently people think they're cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but I've got a whole box of these things.
Well, here's what's cool about that. One is like I know there are people that would absolutely love to have one of those. Two, I'm that guy that I would frame it and put it back up here so everybody see MLS law. Hey, you know what? Actually, you know how Danielle's background is all punk rock
Collage.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like collage stuff. It's
that'd
like a
be cool to
vision
do
board.
it with your like who you know and who you know. Your
Need some
YouTube buddies. Like kind of like
Valhalla
the
and
whole thing.
expert back here. Yeah.
I've got to get a neon sign. That's I've been ordered to do that. So
Can I do
Texas Jen Zombie about
the
that.
George Costanza pose from Seinfeld, where he's like laying on the couch? Yeah.
There's a version of me in my Discord in that pose with my head on it on George Costanza.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it's in my
Outstanding.
Discord. So if you want to
that
be a
is
member, join MLS Law Show and you can see that.
That is awesome.
As you should. You should all go check out MLS Law Show if you have not done so yet. He is a true bro and a great content creator. The man is nonstop almost.
Almost. I've been taking some time off though because so Sarah Boone's supposed to start Monday, or I'm hoping, fingers crossed, and so I've been trying to get a lot of work out of the way. So I've been like quiet on YouTube, and it seems weird. Although I've been coming on different panels every once in a while, I've just been doing not much of anything.
Actually, you've been making some big panels lately, huh? You've been,
yeah. I was on with Vices, and then that was I was on with Vices when Steve passed out on his keyboard. That was amazing.
I was supposed to be there. I couldn't.
I missed the milkshake dance. Apparently, I have to go back and watch that. I'm told.
Oh, you should. You definitely should.
I got to figure out a way or a reason to send these out because I just don't want to send them to anyone who asks, right? Or do we want to send them to anyone who asks? Or should we have like something?
Make it a perk.
Something. Memberships.
Yeah. Memberships.
Mm-hmm.
We could do memberships.
That might be worth it.
Yeah, memberships. You get a postcard.
That might be good.
I just don't want to send them to everyone. Like Tweety definitely is not getting one.
No,
but
I wouldn't send them to Tweety.
Yeah, no.
She's a
gross.
I'm not paying attention to anything that's happening right now. I'm trying to do something cool. I'm trying to be a nice guy here. I can't do it. Oh yeah, what is it about? Yeah, she's a total fed, right?
Oh yeah, she's a glowy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, how does that not work? No matching results.
Dave, I have, or Wendy says, I've been neglecting you. I know I've been neglecting you guys, but it's for a good cause. It's so I can bring you Sarah Boone, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't have to interrupt Sarah Boone much.
There's some big trials coming up. There's Sarah Boone. There's the Shabusiness trials starts, I think, on Monday.
Yeah, well, I was looking to see a start date for the OnlyFans stabbing.
Courtney Clenny.
Yeah, Courtney Clenny. And it looks like, I think that's October right now. They have a status conference coming. I was looking up that earlier. Yeah, there's some big trials coming up.
Yeah, I've been over here. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. I've been over here trying to see if in this is to send people to an old stream of Valhalla's, and you can't do it. It has to be on the stream.
Redirect.
Yeah, I could send people to this stream. On your thing.
Oh, really? Can you redirect now? Because I was having problems redirecting yesterday.
Yeah, I can't redirect. I've got one thing I can do. It's what he's on right now. So anyway, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Shabusiness. That's gonna be. Oh, there we go. We weren't unmonetized before. We are now. That is next week, and I started that a year ago. I told you guys about that, right?
Are you covering the trial?
Yeah, I know a woman that is friends with the family.
No, you got to stream the trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know Vices is really excited to cover it, so I'll probably be there.
He's late. You tell him he's late to the show. I did this a year ago.
He's been talking about it forever, bro.
If Sarah Boone doesn't go and you're covering Shabusiness, let me know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, anybody can come in anytime. It's a because I'm gonna, I'm not gonna. I don't know. Wisconsin's a weird place. I mean, who's going to try to be like, if you guys start asking me questions like, oh, what does that motion mean or something? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm just trying to figure out why they keep talking about the crock pot that she put her lover's parts in. And how did she get the dog chain around his neck?
Well, I'll say this. Wisconsin has something called a Denny motion, and it's kind of weird. And I know somebody that did a really awesome presentation on what that is. And
who was that? Who?
it was you. It was MLS Law Show. That's it.
Yeah, I want to tell you, I hate you for that too.
It was so
Why?
well
Because you
done.
fell asleep.
Well, I did fall asleep, but I started. So I wake up the next day and I have Denny motion like 3 tabs, and I'm like, and of course, and then I also had the Denny's menu as well. So that sucked.
Oh yeah. Got you thinking about Denny's.
Moves over my hammy.
But anyway, yeah, I started looking at it. I was like, wait a second, what's this stuff about here? And I was like, because you did such a great way of explaining. Yeah, that's when I was like, man, look at all those colors on your outline. I'm
Speaking
sitting
of,
there.
I'm gonna put that in Discord. I was gonna put my outline in Discord and I never did. Now that you reminded me.
I always put my stuff. Well, I'm starting to do it in Discord, but I always put it in locals. Locals is where I've always said that's my deposit. It's my toilet. It's where I deposit stuff.
I have a locals channel. I have never used it. I don't even know how to use it.
Gosney's is good.
You gotta, don't you have to pay to get access to it or something? Is that how it works?
Accessing it is free. To chat in somebody's locals, you have to subscribe to be part of the chat. But you can watch the content for free. So if you have a locals and you stream to locals, anybody can watch it. They just have to pay to interact.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never used locals. I never used Discord before this, but I just started using it. So
why is Discord such a great way to message? I like it better than texting or
it's
email
awesome.
or anything.
No, it really is awesome. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, anyway, that should business thing. I figured that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be. We're gonna turn into a party. Do what?
It's gonna be so fun. That's gonna be such a ridiculous trial.
Oh, dude, especially if I can get the stuff, start talking about like that whole family, man, is messed up.
I'm sure.
Well, there's so much stuff. I'm not saying anything till I get my girl on here.
You don't get to that point without having issues in the background. You know what I mean? You don't get to crockpot status without some buildup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And she said it was because of drugs. That's what I'm waiting on. And now is she saying that she had a relationship with Dahmer?
The timeline doesn't match up for that, I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's like she's gonna have like I had a ghost affair.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna love this. Can you imagine my silly, stupid jokes going on about like the stupid stuff she says? Guys, this is not like there'll be some I'll be serious, for like the parts that need to be like,
I don't want Sarah Boone to be adjourned. I kind of want your business to be adjourned so that I can watch them both. Because they're supposed to start the same day.
Oh, are they
really? Are they really?
Yeah. That's been like the problem I've been faced with.
Well, here's what's gonna happen with your business. She's not gonna have trouble.
You don't think so?
She's gonna go psycho. I think she's trying to show a lot of it's for show, but I think Wisconsin is they're kind of granola type, and I think that they'll probably just let her go psycho, and she's going to spend the rest of her life in a psych ward.
That could be possible.
I think she's faking it.
Like, let's talk about like the death penalty. Like, I don't even know if they have the death penalty anymore. I know that's a big thing because of Gosney and everything, right? But the death penalty, like, you use it if there's like, oh, if you kill one person, we're going to put you up for the death penalty. I think the way things are now is that everybody, they don't want to do that. They want because media has sensationalized the mass killing. So that's what the death penalty is safe for. The guy who got on YouTube and he went out there with his gat and started opening fire on everybody. That's because you're gonna have everybody there of different political and religious and social backgrounds. They're gonna decide the fate of somebody. She's not gonna get the death penalty. And I can really see her just being the psycho thing. I mean, what's the difference being in a psycho ward for the rest of your life and being incarcerated?
I personally, I'd rather be in prison.
It depends on the drugs.
Because of the companions that you will have. I've been in both. I've been in prisons and I've been in psych wards, and the psych wards scare me more.
Admitted into?
No.
Resident
Clients.
He's doing.
I'm just realizing, like 20 minutes ago, I said I got to go in 5 minutes.
Well,
I
you
just
love
saw
us.
that, like, and it was like been like 8 minutes past. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can end this thing, guys.
No. You don't have to end. I just got to go because I got work in the morning and it's late.
I understand that.
What did you do?
I usually.
By the way, okay, so if you ever go to a psych ward for whatever reason, you're visiting your friend or whatever, don't wear a suit. Oh my God. You wear a suit to one of those places. Oh yeah.
You're getting everybody's attention.
Everyone
everybody's
does
Everybody.
the slow little shuffle in their white little outfits to you, and you are their savior, and you're going to get them out because you're either a doctor or a lawyer, and either way, you're getting out. So that's my dress like the patients, and you'll be fine.
So
Wear a
wear
hoodie
scrubs.
and some sweatpants. You'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I have a buddy of mine's an attorney, and he had to go to a state prison for somebody. It was based off of, he like represented a jail. He does a lot of insurance municipal work. And anyway, the guy got injured in jail, right? Well, now he's in state prison. And he's like, yeah, I get up there. And sheriff, like, whatever is, I guess it's the state troopers. I don't know who, the Bureau of Prisons, says, all right, yeah, man, we know where Billy Bob is or whatever. He's like, well, can we have a room or something to talk in? Like, I don't want to just like talk across, like, this is attorney-client stuff. He had never been in any of this type of situation. They bring him in there, and all of a sudden he's like, he had never seen this guy either, right? He's like, the dude has a shaved head, and he's got all these like swastikas and all the appropriate prison tattoos that my friend's like, oh, yay, this is good. And the
We can
goat
still
just made
hear you
noise.
when you
Did
turn
see
your
that?
camera off, just so you know.
Yeah. I tried to push my cough button. It didn't work.
He didn't cough.
I don't know what that was.
So anyway, they put him in there, and he's in the jailer says, if you need anything, I'll be in the next room over. And here's my buddy. Like, if you saw this guy, you'd be like, whoa, this guy, he's way out of his element. He was probably dressed to the nines, his shoes probably cost more money than these people's trailers. And because he's that dude. He's just that dude. So he's in there and he's talking to the guy. He starts to talk to him, and he's like, man, like, I'm really intimidated. I've never been around people like this. And then all of a sudden, the power goes off. And he's like, did you think the jailer came back to check on me? Nope.
Hell no.
Left me in that room for about 15 minutes with the emergency generators came on. And he's like, well, this is awkward. Yeah.
I have so it must not be that uncommon because I have a similar story. I had a court appointment on an attempted murder, go to Wayne County Jail, and they bring you into a wing that's not occupied, and they stick you in a cell, and then they bring your client in, and they're like, all right, you guys have a chat, and then they disappear. I don't know this guy. I've never met him. We're sitting there, and he's just nice enough. I mean, he was a nice guy, but when we're done, we have like maybe a 30-minute conversation, 40-minute conversation about what's going on, and then I'm like, all right, well, we'll see you in court, and then I look, and I'm looking, and I don't see anybody, and I'm like, hello, anybody out there? Nobody comes for like another half hour, so we just start bullshitting with this guy. At least he was cool, but he could have, not been cool, and
real quick.
around. I don't know this guy at all. He doesn't.
That would be my biggest fear of going into a prison is like if the power grid just stopped and you couldn't get out ever again. I know it's irrational and stupid, but like that would be my biggest fear. Like
Didn't
something would happen
on like The Walking Dead or
Walking Dead.
No, Last Man on Earth too. They came across that
Which that one?
The cannibal, the cannibal that was still in prison that they let out. He was like, I don't know. And then so they came across the cannibal in prison and let him out. He was trapped in there. And then they decided that maybe he wasn't best to be out in this non-society. But
cannibalism will do that.
right?
There's
I'm
gonna be a
gonna
lot of
jump
cannibals
off.
in that situation.
Get some sleep. It is midnight my time. It's midnight all of our times, right? You got
Yeah, we're all Eastern.
I'm gonna
But I
hang with
got work in the
Valhalla.
morning.
He needs the view times. We're
Huh?
gonna give him a few more minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
You
hang
can-
with Valhalla. Give him a few more minutes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Okay,
thanks for
okay.
Michigan, man. Thank you, dude. This was fun, and
Hell yeah,
Thanks,
David.
let's
everyone in
go,
the chats.
Brandon.
He left before I got on, so
I know Michigan's my wingman.
we need
You
to
know,
we need to
he
harass
saved
him.
me.
a
I was
bit.
out of missiles, out of sidewinders, and here comes you're like Maverick. You're you're
wingman.
Tom Cruise.
While you're
Call
saying
me Tom
goodbye,
Cruise.
David, you know I love you. I need to make a bio break and grab some beer. So while you're saying goodbye, deuces, homie. I'll see you later, and I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. He went through
Did he
3 of
call it
them,
a
by the way.
bio break?
Bio break. Yeah, bio break.
That's awesome. I like that.
That's
Were
not
you
a
saying
bad way to
that?
say it. It's not a bad way to
love
say it.
that.
He went through 3 beers, by the way, and I finished off like the inch of mine.
Yeah, the dude's hardcore.
I can't do that.
Yeah. It's he's absolutely amazing. To tell you the truth, and I mean that like in a good way, because like I've hung out with him, and it's like there's just that he's like Andre the Giant. You hear the stories about Andre about like he never got drunk. I've never seen Valhalla like that. I was like, that's really cool.
No, he's never. Well, no, I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
I was just say I thought maybe at one point he was, but he doesn't show it if he is. I kind of have a tell.
What's your tell?
I'm sure the chat
falling
knows
over
my
hitting the
tell.
computer.
Farrell knows the tell. No, I'm.
Why does she know all that?
I get fun. And yeah, I know. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what my tell is, but I feel like people know.
You're a mushroom. You're a fun guy.
Yeah.
So
David's tell is he starts drunk dialing courthouses.
dude, that's really honestly, man. Like, okay, so most people they like think, oh, that's funny or that's whatever. Me, I'm sitting here going, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then then all of a sudden that you see the evolution of that. I go, that's the ballsiest thing I've ever heard of in my life. And then I'm going to keep on going. I'm like, that's just so cool, man. That's just cool. I mean, that's when you know that you're dealing with a trial attorney.
Yeah,
The first
when
time-
you're willing to do that.
The first time David was like, yeah. And then I started drinking and I decided to call the courthouse and complain about this thing that as an officer of the court, I felt was really
wait. So
Did you say
some
officer of the
context.
court?
Now, as some context. Wait. As some context, that was a prior stream that I called and I complained that the prosecutor was wearing a pin that I thought was inappropriate given the witness and the testimony and the
the Star Wars pin. I remember you saying this.
Yeah, the Yoda pin or the baby Yoda pin. So I had the number in my phone, and this was like the next day, and I wasn't even supposed to be streaming that day, but I was, and yeah, and so I may have called the court. Nobody answered. I hung up, but then they called me back.
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like calling 911. Matter of fact, I think I would call 911 if I need to call the courthouse, right? That's the same thing.
Yeah,
For a
not
lot of people?
really. No, not really. I would not recommend calling 911 to get a hold of the judge's clerk.
Oh no, that's
that,
really
y'all.
bad. Don't call 911 and say that I need to talk to the judge.
Yeah, no.
That'd be really bad.
But yeah, so that was fun. So now I need to keep like my phones away from me. But yeah, anyways, it's a good time. I won't be doing that too regularly.
No,
Special. That was
when the first time that I heard you talking about this, right? Me and Mrs. Valhalla are sitting there watching the stream and you're talking about it. And Mrs. Valhalla looks at me and she goes, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, it's not. Don't recommend it.
That's what I told her.
Don't
I was like, it
recommend
wasn't.
Yes,
that's
Oh, that's so good. She looked right at me. She's like, I don't think that's a good idea. I was like,
No.
nope.
See, I still don't understand the definition of white girl wasted. That's what they keep
Oh, I
saying.
do. Somebody came in here and they said, say San Diego wine mom once. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but it's my favorite line now. A San Diego wine mom.
All right. I can get behind that.
I don't know what that means, but that's cool.
On that note, I'm going to let you all hang for a bit and let Valhalla get some hours. I will pull it up on my phone. You guys all have a
Dude,
good
you're
night.
awesome.
Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thanks for
We'll be talking
for
to you,
having me
brother.
on. Valhalla. See you guys.
See ya.
Good night, buddy.
Oh, man, he's great. Oh,
I told you, man. I told you that he is a true bro. That dude is awesome.
How do you find people? It's amazing.
Look,
you lived under a lot of rocks.
Well, I go to a lot of chats, man, and I hang out for a while, and I stay where I like people, so that's where I stay.
By the way, speaking of chats, so I've been in a lot of chats, and I've seen you in there, and I want you to know that if I see you in there and I don't say something, I'm not doing that on purpose. There's a lot of times,
bro.
Well,
I'll see you like 6 times throughout the day. You don't have to say hi to me every time I see you. That goes for everybody.
Okay,
I just want always.
That's what I wanted to say was so everybody knows this. So like, I don't
Yes.
even see the chat that's here 90% of the time. And I try so much, and that's why we have this community where people are, you guys know each other and you start talking to each other. I love that. It's great. And you also are helping me. And see, like right now, I looked at the chat and there, Miami Spice, she knows me.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's Captain Heaven. Wait, hold on, where are those? You a fan of Dave already? I saw him a long time ago. No,
There's a link that was posted in my chat that you should probably check out.
Oh gosh,
A clip from Farrell.
Well, how do I get back over here? No, so now you got me squirreled, dude.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
No, that's cool. Let's see here. Where is there we are. There's Valhalla. Because it's funny, like the links and stuff like that doesn't come over.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
So Farrell. Let's see here. Oh gosh, what'd she do? Farrell clips it. Oh boy. Is this white girl drunk?
This is it at the very least. I haven't watched it all. In all fairness, Farrell's not going to steer us wrong.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Let's make sure that Farrell doesn't complain about me either, because there we go. Let's pull this up. All right, I don't have this up yet, and boom. All right, let's see. Now, how do I turn the volume up? There we go. Look at all this stuff.
That's correct.
Okay. And what's important to know, or one thing to know about all detailed records.
Oh, I'd be so willing to call the court right now.
Date, time, all duration, the parties to the call, and the cell phone tower that connected the phone to the cellular network, right?
The tower and sector, yes.
And
I have the number.
Clear, because in this particular illustration, you show
Probably don't call them right now.
Area,
Yeah, listen to Baker.
but because this particular kind of data doesn't allow
Baker, right?
for a calculation of distance.
I'm liking Baker more and
And
more.
I think you explain this in the text below this image. The shaded area in this image is not illustrative of the actual radio frequency, footprint, or coverage area of the cell site, but rather demonstrates the direction of the antennas on the cell site.
Okay.
Correct.
And so
That's the
this
direction
is,
of the antennas.
I want to distinguish this image from the one that will be following.
We're having a vomitus moment. Is this where Michigan got to?
Farrell, I would absolutely call the court right now.
Type of data,
Oh,
we
no.
can't reach any conclusions about
I don't think
the location of the
MLS
cell
got to that
phone
point.
I'm
any
nordic. We're
particular
not that
area. It's just in any particular geographic area, just the direction, it's relative.
But it was probably about that
position
same
relative
time
to the
frame.
cell phone tower.
Where's
Is that
Farrell
correct?
at?
That's
I would
not
never.
correct, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So
Love you, Farrell.
The-
I really do. She's cool. Like she came in.
what you can conclude
Oh, Farrell's
based
awesome.
on just a single cell sector that a phone utilized is that phone was within the coverage area of that cell sector. As we discussed earlier, a phone that is outside of the coverage area will not connect to that cell site. A phone has to be within that
sense.
coverage area.
But if it's connected to two
semicircular,
towers, sir.
or, I don't know what you call a third of a circle.
Oh, shit. Who am I calling?
That doesn't represent the coverage area in this illustration. Correct?
That is correct. Generally,
He just.
in maps this way, obviously the radio
I think
frequency
I
energy
accidentally
doesn't
called the
stop
court in
along
all
the
the
lines
t-shirts
that I
on
drew
case.
on a map. It's just a illustrative
I think I
point
accidentally
to show the direction. You
He
can
broke Jamie.
generalize
Jamie had to
do it.
how
Learn the lesson.
far the signal
And
is
never
going
drink them
out
text.
based on how far away it
yes.
is from the next tower. Network operators
I normally
design
just
their networks
Call an
so that
ex-girlfriend,
the
tell her, I
tower
love
one-
you, I want you back. But
frequency
you're
from
calling
one
all
tower
day.
goes a little over halfway to the next tower to allow for that overlap for an easy handoff. So in this
I'm back.
particular
I'm
image, in
focused.
this illustration, I don't have any other cell sites listed. So your point is correct that there's no way to distinguish where the cell site, the coverage area would be for this.
So he pulls up.
And just so the record is clear, this is the only kind of data that you had with respect to Griselda Hernandez's cell phone. Is that correct?
That is
The
correct.
court's
So it
calling
did
back.
not have the
Oh.
for the Google location data.
Correct. AT&T does not have did not have a timing advance.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. They're calling back.
so
I didn't think it was
bad.
gonna be that quick.
Hey.
That like button there.
They got people that are paid to answer them phones. Have you
Yeah,
met
yeah.
Jamie? Do you know who Jamie is?
Yes. Yes.
She's hilarious, bro. One of my favorite things in the world is to get Jamie to break. If you can make her giggle hard enough, she just breaks. It's amazing.
Oh well, then I have a new lease on life
Oh yeah.
because
Oh,
you know
yeah.
I love messing with people.
That's all you got to do,
That-
buddy.
That is awesome. Well, I like making it all messed up. So,
Jamie's great.
yeah, it really is. So you said that Baker is growing on you. So I like the guy.
I do.
But
I really
but
do.
here's the thing: he looks like a friend of mine that, which is weird. I mean, there's no connection whatsoever. But I just know it sounds like, man, he looks exactly spitting image of a buddy of mine.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's weird. It's like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, he's got a doppelganger. We all do. But no, he's a cool guy. He's he always comes in and says, "Hey, I'm trying to help the algorithm." I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Which reminds me, like, I get like one day a week where I go in, I start answering everybody's stuff. I get to go check it and everything. Oh, dude, but he's a good guy. So, well, man, tell me about yourself. I have not talked to you since your birthday, right? When have I talked to you last?
That might have been it. That might have been it. Yeah, that was it. That was the last time we
That
talked, I
seems like
think.
forever ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we text and stuff, but like that was the last time we actually talked.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man, it does seem like forever ago. So what's been going on, man? How's the farm? How's the critters? It's the tube, so I never ask about the missus.
Good. Well, you can. Everything's good. I've got plans I've been working on. I want to do a stream here pretty soon, and just kind of lay out the vision that I have for the farm and how that's going to work with YouTube going forward and such. So I don't want to get into like too much detail about it here, but I will say that I've got a direction.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I think I've got something to gear towards.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that. It's funny because when you started talking about the farm, I immediately, because I'm excited for you, and I immediately wanted to ask you questions. And then I was like, no, I want to say things to him. I don't want to ask questions. I want to just be like, dude, like, have you done this? Have you done this? Because like I'm excited, you know. And I realized it's like, what I'm excited for is to hear it from you, because. And then I waited on listening. You said because I have a direction. And I was like, that's it. That's exactly it. I understand that feeling. Um,
It's
it's
pretty cool. It's pretty
it
cool.
is, and that just hit me recently, and it's a cool thing, man. It's you feel like, well, wait a second. Here I am, this screw up, and I'm now figuring out what everybody else figured out when when they were in diapers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
awesome.
YouTube's potentially going to play a big part in the future of what I got going on. I think that's it. We'll get into it later, buddy. We'll get into it later. But I think that YouTube's going to help provide some opportunities that I don't know that I would have gotten to on my own. So it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing.
You know what? I love YouTube. Absolutely love it. And when I started off, I made the mistake.
Speak of the devil, Baker just showed up in chat.
Oh my gosh, we were just talking about you, Baker.
We were just
How
talking
are you,
about
sir?
you, bro.
Oh my gosh, morning. So what was it? He told me the time difference for him, and of course I forgot. So I want to figure out a time when I can get him on. We can stream together, because I don't know many people from overseas, and think about it. Everybody I knew was right there next to me. Every time I've had a conversation with somebody I could see, I don't get to 6 hours plus. That's awesome. I need to put that in my.
I think him and Nicholas are in the same time zone.
What time? So you're an hour ahead of London. They changed that. But anyway, I just what I want to ask him. What was it like being a kid? I want to ask him, like, what was it like being a kid? Like, what what do kids in America do?
Well, are you talking kids today or kids when we were kids?
Well, for you,
that's
what was
different.
What'd you do when you were a kid? I want to ask Baker the same thing, because he's so far away. It's a different. I don't know. Just everything's very different. Stupid. I know.
No. I was distracted by MLS saying we should bring Baker on.
Well, yeah, Baker's up. I mean, when somebody says good morning, that's like me. See, I don't know other people. I just know myself. So if I say good morning to you, I'm not wearing pants.
Is Jamie, you're in my chat too? Oh my goodness, girl. We were just talking about you too. What is going on right now? We talk about somebody and 10 minutes later they show up.
That's cool. Oh, same time zone. Okay.
I have no idea how to get a hold of Baker.
Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter.
Oh, well, that's what you got to. Don't get one. You know what? Okay, I want to tell you this. Don't get Twitter. Don't do anything. Do everything your way. Okay? This is something I've figured out. It's one of those things like, have you ever felt like you've known everything, but then I say known everything. You have a good idea what you're doing. You have a good idea where you are, what's happening. And then you realize that everything you're doing is not making you go to that next goal. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
It's like for me, it's being too spread out. Like I have all these channels. I have all this stuff. Then one day, recently, I realized I'm not putting my streams on podcast. And I went back and I looked at it. I was like, holy heck, I haven't been. If you could tell your Amazon little thing, the little talkie thing. I don't want to say her name because I don't. If people have them, I don't want to start going off. You say, hey, play the Expert is Podcasting, and she'll immediately put up the very last episode I've put out there. And so you can listen. So if I put this episode, I download this tonight, I put it on Podcaster, it will be up there within hours or whatever. I forget what the time is. Maybe instantly. I don't know. and there's so much stuff that you get you get thin. You work yourself thin, and then you kind of miss out, and you're not focused. Maybe I'm not seeing my goals. Anyway, that's a long way of me saying don't do Twitter because people say you should. Don't do anything that people tell you to do. Do something that you've already made up your mind for, and you're asking the question because you want to be reassured.
I've got that down pat, bro. I don't know if
awesome
most of you guys have noticed or not, but like I don't do a regular show. I barely just started streaming. If this ever is work, then it's not fun anymore, and that's not what it's for, right? Like this is fun time.
It's fun too.
Sharing the fun parts of my life with y'all, and it's not going to be work. I'm as homegrown YouTube as it gets. I'm not in the social media realm. I'm not interested in all that.
You know what is funny is you said about being fun and everything. I had a really rough couple of years with family, and right now things are going pretty good, and I can tell it's different for me. Like even on streams and everything else, I enjoy myself more, and that's what you need to do. Once it becomes work, like you said, you don't want to do it anymore.
No, and if this is work for any of you guys, any small creators, like any big creators, if this is stressful work, then you're not, something's wrong. You need to change what you're doing. This shouldn't be work, y'all. This shouldn't be.
For me, it's work, but it's because I love it. I can't get enough of it. You know, it's like I keep thinking to myself, like today I did that stream in the middle of the afternoon. I don't do many car chases. I'm usually always missing them, right? And I was like, well, let's just see what happens. I'm just here. Let's just see what happens. For the first time in a long time, I don't have a prior obligation. My obligation was to my lawnmower today.
And how much fun did we have on that stream?
Dude, how you see how the chat comes alive. And
like it was 2 hours of just cracking jokes over some silly truck that was going 15 miles an hour. It was amazing.
The guy was very courteous. But look at this. That's how he got started with me, right? I don't know who Feral Housewife is.
She's amazing.
I have no idea who she is. And I am at the doctor's office with the White Rabbit. She's got that pinched nerve thing going on. And so I'm waiting, and I was on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I've got messages. Well, a message comes from this person who I don't know who it is, Beryl. And she sent me a picture that doesn't come through. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, is somebody trying to send me some porno weird thing, right? And because that's how they
I would have just texted it to you. I would have just texted it to you.
The porno? So anyway, I was like, the picture didn't come through. So she redoes it, sends it to me, and I'm like, oh, well, this is really cool. So then I upload it, and I just, but it's just a rando person you meet. And then this happened today. And I was like, oh man, this is great. Look, that truck looks like the one that she used. She picked that out of everything because she heard me say something stupid. I was like, Valhall's got so many wrenches, he could be a YouTube mechanic. That's a stupid thing. And we've all come together, and she used her talent, shared it with me, and then it was today, man. That was such a great stream, dude. It was so great. It was just so much BS. I'm so glad you came in. And I kept telling people, like, man, you guys have to check on Valhalla, make sure he's okay.
It was so much fun, y'all.
Oh, dude, and that's what it should be. That's what it should be. So,
yes, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, what else has been? What's happening? What else with your life? You know, I had Captain Have Fun. We hung out.
I saw that. I did see most of it, at least. Most of it.
Cool guy.
He's
Of
been
course, you
he's
know
been
that.
making some rounds. He's been showing up on channels lately.
Yeah, he's just who he is. He doesn't try. It's funny. The guy with the cape and the mask is the most real person I've met recently.
I noticed he's added eye holes recently.
He always had eye holes, didn't he?
I don't think so. I don't remember him having eye holes in the beginning. I think it was just one blue covering over the face. I could be wrong. I could be.
It's funny the way you say eye holes. Just gotta be. It gets my tickle bone. It tickles me, man.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Well, I guess before we start closing out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am still working on them watch hours, y'all. So, before you go to bed, mute your phone, put on a stream, let it ride till morning kind of thing. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. And dude, you're gonna be fine, man. You have people have flocked around you, and you're like the Pied Piper.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of weird, actually.
do you have can you play a piccolo?
I can try.
I love your attitude, man. I love your attitude. Guys, listen, if you are not already subscribed to my buddy Valhalla, please subscribe to him. And also, I will grift myself for subs. I'm finally over 2,600, and you know what? That's the thing. It's such a small thing, but it felt good. It was. I don't know what it is, man. It's just like I saw that, and I was like,
That's a big thing, man.
It's cool.
It's good.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you, bro. You've been reaching them arms out and exploring new territories lately. I'm proud of you.
It's all because of you, man. It's all because of you.
Wow.
And I'll admit, man, you dragged me to play golf. You dragged me out there, and it's a I don't know, man. Guys, if you don't know Valhalla, he is a very sincere person. He is you got a heart of gold to make a. Wait, was that a Neil Young song? I don't want to quote Neil Young because that would be horrible. I hate Neil Young.
I'm not sure that I don't know. Sweet Caroline.
I love that song now. I love that song. Oh, hey, look, Huck has been a member for 4 months. Huck, that is awesome.
Hell yeah, Huck's dad.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. It's Huck's dad. Yeah, you remember you saw him on when you were over here a few weeks ago, or golly, 3 weeks ago or something. Whenever it was.
Something
the time before. The time before
that even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way before.
Yeah, that's awesome. And why can't I pull that up? Why does stream like that is so weird, man. I hate how streaming are just missing these little things.
Well, I don't think YouTube likes StreamYard personally.
Probably not. I love YouTube. People hate it, and I don't know why they fight the thing. You just have to look at from YouTube's perspective. They're a business. You know, the mall will throw you out for vagrancy. Right. Yes. Thank you, Texas Jen. Thank you. Wait, that song is played at every handball game in Denmark. Is handball, is that like the thing you do at like workout facilities?
Yeah, I think so.
Like racquetball?
Something like that. I think they played in prison a lot too.
Probably.
I think so. It's that little blue ball that hurts real bad.
Yeah. Yeah. The blue ball hurts. Hey, you got a minute after the stream?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Cool. He's mine. It's my time with Valhalla after this. But anyway, guys, listen. Thank you so much for joking around. I'm joking around, you guys. Guys,
I honestly
Valhalla's
appreciate everybody hanging out and participating and spending their time with us. It's pretty awesome that we get to be part of your evenings, y'all. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I love each and every one of you, and you're great. And thank you, guys. Listen, Valhalla is. Oh man, What is what's today's date? Today's the 19th. Tomorrow's going to be 20th. We got 11 more days
till the 31st.
Till August 1st. See, I hate that when I have a conversation completed in my head and I don't share it all.
Yeah, I don't know what August 1st is, so I'm eagerly awaiting the thing that we're
I have a
awaiting
challenge. I have a challenge. How many VRs did you say you have?
1268 today.
So we need to get you 2,800 view hours between now and August 1st. And I like to see you August 1, you got 4K. What?
Why
do you say it like that?
Well, because I have low expectations of
why
most.
I mean, you got to aim through the target, man.
I'm just trying to get that 3,000 membership and
super
chat
they lowered it.
Goal.
Yeah, they lowered it, didn't they?
Yeah.
3,000. Okay. Right,
4,000 is ad revenue. 4,000 is ad revenue.
You want to tell you about ad revenue?
It's not so good from what I understand. Yeah.
No, you're never. Let me tell you what. When you apply for ad revenue, I had 1,000.
They're gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, "Nah."
1,000 videos when I got my 1,000 subs, and so they had to go. They send a thing through them, and then all of a sudden I started noticing things started getting hit, and I started freaking out. It was the worst week of my YouTube-ness. I was like, they're gonna cancel me. They're absolutely. I'm done. I'm done for. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to check out Valhalla Awaits. He has fuzzy little goats and fat little pigs, and he's got 2 dogs. Deuces, y'all.
I woke up to go get me a
Deuces.
cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.